Good evening, everybody. Welcome back again to a night of horror and fun in the world of Barovia. I am your Dungeon Master, Kayshin, for the night, and here we are with Fumbles and Fame, presenting yet another night of Curse of Strahd. First of all, we at Fumbles and Fame are not affiliated with, endorsed by, nor sponsored, or even specifically approved by Wizards of the Coast LLC. Have nothing to do with them. We just have a lot of fun with the product that they create. Also, cat, hooray. So yeah, before we get into it, of course, we are a wonderful, wonderful Discord community around there to show everybody our own passion for games like this, tabletop games, and just having fun and talking about stuff like it. We have a few events coming up, especially this busy weekend. So we have tomorrow the first episode of Lost Mine of Pandelver, ran by Dungeon Master Renee. Hey Renee, we'll get to you in a second. Then Sunday we have our 18th session of Tomb of Annihilation, in which the party has reached Omu and is experiencing some stuff. I think they're clearing some temples at the moment to get deeper down into the actual tomb. And then Monday we have the next installment of Princess of the Apocalypse, run by Dungeon Master Ben. And then Tuesday it's another night of Dungeons and Dragons Online, where if all is right, our own party, which I am a part of, will enter into Barovia itself and will go explore Barovia and the world of Dungeons and Dragons Online. So the digital game, which is actually quite interesting. And yeah, that's this and next week. So thanks again, everybody. Hi for showing up. Before we get really into the game, let's have a little bit of a round table, see who our faces are. Tell us 2-3 words about your character, who you are, and let's this time not start at the Danish group. Daniel. Hi. Your mic muted? Can't hear you right now. Just try to fix it while we just go on to Hendrik for now then. So Hendrik, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, hi, I'm Hendrik from Germany, and I'm in this campaign play Bard, the Bard, the Goliath barbarian, not too intelligent dude, who's trying to be tamed, or like where the group is trying to tame him right now with biscuits and milk, I guess. This is the thing from the last session, and yeah, we'll see how it goes here.
Alright, then Daniel, is it fixed?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's it. Hi.
I forgot I reset the settings. Yeah, my name's Daniel from America. I'm playing Verena, Assassin Rogue. Pretty sassy and a badass. Yeah.
And a good skinner as well, apparently, as we've seen in last session.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go to the Danish bunch, who are sitting quite nicely together in the same room, which is always a pleasure to see. So, guys, go right ahead and introduce yourselves.
That's just that.
Apparently so.
I'm Danish Daniel, and I am playing Arlidan Sounding Horn, the wizard who's trying to train Bach. So I always have some biscuits. Let's see.
I am Oscar. I play Hector, the Storm Sorcerer. I am also the most knowledgeable and wise person of the group, but nobody listens to me.
Yeah, we already have some conflicting characters here, so that's good.
I'm Renee. I'm playing Forster Runeskin, and Runes have some troubles with my group because they don't want to listen to me that I don't do magic, but I do runes.
Oh, wait. I think there might have been an issue here. So, I think my output wasn't captured. Can someone say something?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Okay,
I can
that's
say
better.
something.
So I think we need to do the introductions again.
As always.
Yeah, sometimes after
It's like the first time we did this.
All of them?
after an update, my audio channel reset. So sorry again. Start
Yeah,
again.
no
Then
problem.
Hendrik again. Then I guess.
Yeah, okay. So again, I'm Hendrik from Germany, and I'm playing Bark the Bark, the not too intelligent. Oh, somewhere I have an echo, I guess. I don't know. Okay, it's gone. I'm playing the not too intelligent Goliath Barbarian in this group. Yeah, and
Okay.
let's see where we go today.
Then Daniel again.
Yeah, I'm Daniel from America, playing Verena the Tiefling, rogue assassin, very sassy, and a badass.
My turn, I guess.
Yep.
I'm Danish Daniel. I am playing Aladdin Sounding Horn, the level 3 wizard, trying to train Bach.
I am Oscar. I play Hector Highwind, the Storm Sorcerer. I am, well, I would be the moral, intelligent person of the group, but nobody listens to my instructions.
And I'm Renee, and I'm playing Forreston Runescan, and I'm the runesmith that tries to convince people that I don't do magic, but I do runes.
Magic.
Magic.
Runes.
Magic.
Shut up.
So last time I think the party had some more investigative work done in the valley of the Gransiskov, the Borderwood, and they had a chat as well with Father Fearfun in the end, which we'll get back to in a second. You had a nice little encounter with some wolves along the way, which you've also managed to relieve of their skins to be made into some nice wolf pelts, some cloaks. And I think you also got invited to assist someone bringing his sleigh towards a certain bridge the next day. So, yeah, you
Actually,
ended
just in
up
2
talking
hours.
to Father Fearfun in the small little temple or church of the manor grounds. It's a church dedicated not to specifically one god, but to whatever people seem to believe in. There's a lot of small little items on the sides of the walls that seem to be tokens representing the people that have died to the attacks of the beast itself. And yeah, let's kick it off right there. You're still at Father Fearfun's at the moment.
Okay, Father Fearfun, just to sum up what we talked about just before. This guy, Lovrank, he was cursed by lycanthropy by saving some village girls from some robbers. And at some point, Radke Iliev figured that out, and then low rank retreated to where he resides now. Yes?
Correct.
Am I getting this wrong? Okay.
That's settled then, I guess. Got a guy that
He once the low rank once served the boyar until he was afflicted by lycanthropy while rescuing a girl held ransom by bandits. And he then retired from his
actually
service
have
and
one that
retreated
might
to a
be a
cabin
beast.
overlooking the Kiliak.
Sounds like it.
And yeah, Radke Iliev discovered this secret and attempted to find the truth by stabbing him in the hand with an iron blade. Yeah, and the next day after Radke warning Lovrank about him killing him, it was the last that was ever been seen of the monster hunter.
That sounds right. So, guess we only have an hour until we have to but are you Father Fearform, or I mean, I'm asking the group.
Well, Father, perhaps you could help us figure something out, because we have been trying for the past day to reach what's his name? Vedomir.
Oh yeah,
But
you stupid boy.
we can't seem to find him anywhere. Do you know where he goes regularly?
Sedimir usually holds to himself, trying to have his hand in his father's business where he can. But I know that he sometimes talks to these hounds of him and has some talks to them in secret about stuff. But I do not know where he holds himself usually. If he's somewhere to be found, it's somewhere among the manor grounds. But where exactly, I couldn't tell.
All right.
It seems like a disturbed boy. Wait. I mean, the kid is never home. He doesn't like his dad. He bad position.
Some, teenagers.
I don't think he's a teen.
Well, perhaps he is actually. I don't know.
I
Well,
kind of thought he was in his 20s.
I don't think we should bother Father Fufan anymore now.
Except that, do you have any knowledge of what could be a nice thing or a good way to kill a werewolf thing?
I've heard that a weapon of gold, iron, or silver might be very effective towards these kind of creatures.
That's good. We have 2 of those, so that's off the list.
We have
And
2?
That's a very good start.
Dagger, and we have a cold iron.
Oh yeah, but the silver weapons are for the wow, right? And the coal iron is for greater wolf wares.
You're the Capitan.
El Capitane. Please. I
Well,
just wrote it right here, actually.
That's good.
That makes
So-
it true.
Yep.
It's on the notes.
If it's in my
true.
book, it's
True.
So I guess I have a good, I don't know, day out of here.
Who was
Something
it we
about may
needed
the
to?
Morning Lord be with you.
I don't care about any lord.
Full moon.
A full moon party. I guess that's the party we're looking for.
Mhm.
We are the full moon party. We moon everybody. Full moon party. Okay, I think the only thing I want to do, called the merchant, is to stock up on milk and cookies, and then I'm good to go.
Need lots of those.
There we go.
I can remind you about the fact that you also had some experience finding some stuff about a direwolf as well, right? So just keep that in the back of your heads as well as something there's going on. Cool.
He's the elder brain.
Do I have milk and cookies in my pouch?
Can I have one?
It's your character sheet. Tell me if you have milk and cookies in your character sheet. What do you need? There you go.
Are you hungry, Bach?
A little.
He was.
When is he
born.
not?
Can you sit?
Oh my god.
Let me roll for that.
Don't do it, Bach. Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to sit down. I'm just getting like a step closer to you and be like, can I have one? Please.
You can have one if you ask nicely.
I did say please, though.
Okay, you can have a cookie back.
Thank you. Oh, nom, 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 nom.
Oh my god.
Most ridiculous RP ever.
All about the
You're
cookies.
better than this, Mark.
So yeah, you eat some cookies. They're quite nice still. Starting to dry out a bit by now, but
That's what we have the milk for. No, okay. So, what about now? Where are we going?
I guess we're gonna meet with this merchant in minutes or something in front of the tavern. We said we would be there in 2 hours.
How
I'm
long
not
ago was
good
that?
with time, but I'm guessing that we're around away from 2 hours.
Yeah, let's just get the milk and cookies and get
Yep.
going.
so you go
Okay.
back towards the tavern, I guess, first.
Yep.
Yeah, we should meet up with this. What was this?
I can't remember either.
My notes are back here.
Vitomir.
Well, I actually don't seem to
Vitomir.
have his name.
Oh, Vitomir. That's right. Vito.
Vitomir
Oh,
Alkir.
Vitomir, yes.
We were getting paid, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Like 50 gold
I
pieces
don't-
or something, I think.
Each?
Yeah, you will get paid 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces each.
Oh, what did you talk about?
How much is that in milk and cookies?
A
How many
lot.
cookies
A lot.
is that?
Sucking your fingers, I love it.
I have.
Are they cookies? Are they cookies?
Nah, those are like, how do you call them? Chips? No, what's the English word for them?
Crisps? Happy Fish
They're like
crisps.
almost like cookies.
Yeah, no, they're not cookies, but they're salty,
Yeah, you
so.
see Vitomir sitting here having a talk with a few people, and yeah, he seems to be waiting for you guys to be done to leave.
it's one of you guys doing the talking.
Hello, guys. What's up?
Oh, have you packed your shit?
I was already packed for my own. I just made sure that the sleigh was well packed, and I made sure that it is. So
Was that a yes?
yes.
We work in short words, so that's perfect. I guess we should get moving then.
Let's
Talk into
go.
the mic, please.
Yep.
Renee.
I think there was more of a lag, but
You
yeah.
need to talk into the mic a bit.
Yeah, sorry. Let's go.
Okay. You go outside, and outside stand two sleighs. There's two riding horses in front of each one of them, and there seems to be a servant or someone that's sitting on top to drive these sleighs themselves. Each sleigh should be able to hold a total of about 5 medium-sized passengers.
Well, I'm sitting
Me too.
and
Same.
smoking my pipe.
You said there's two sleighs?
There's two sleighs with.
Are they
some-
enclosed or are they open?
They're open sleighs with like a tarp over it, so which would probably cover the goods that is in them from like weather conditions or stuff like that, and so it doesn't immediately fall out. And among that, there's a few spots and places where you could have a place to sit or stand or whatever you want. So each
Okay.
sleigh should be able to hold 5 people in total.
I'll go in the second one.
Is the merchant traveling alone, only with us, or are there other people?
There
coming with him?
are, as I said, there's two commoners, two servants that seem to be driving these sleighs. And
Yeah, okay.
you were hired to be the guards.
Who wants to be in the second sleigh with me?
I'm going to go in the first one as I'm the biggest, and just sit there.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the first one too.
Okay, Vitomir also enters the first sleigh because he wants to be in the first sleigh. So
I'll
it's,
sit in the back one.
so it's Vitomir in the first one with
Yeah, this
Bark.
Austin.
Okay.
I'll go on the second one as well.
Let me type this out so I don't forget. Vitomir, Bark, Thorsten, and we have the rider, the driver, the servant. And 2 we have who was that? Verena?
Farina.
Yeah, Rowena and Hector.
Hector, the servant. Then we missed one more. Arladin?
Arden is in the back one too.
Okay.
I'm in the back.
Okay.
Backseat driver.
So we have the servant Vitomir, Bark, and Thorsten in the first sleigh, and another servant, Verena, Hector, and Arladin in the second. Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
He also said that you only need to accompany him to the 1000 bridge, where there should be some guards and carriages that await them once the snow and ice run out. Because as soon as you reach the further part of the area of Barovia itself, is less snow and ice. It's more this area itself that has it. It's roughly a 2.5 mile or 4 kilometer journey, which should take about an hour to get through.
No problem.
Easy money.
Alright. So you enter on the sleighs, and I think I'll put up a map. You should have a map, right?
Yeah, we have the Grand Scoff map.
Yeah, you can look at that. There's just
Be the main road, so I guess else.
yeah, you basically
That
have to
sounds
get
fun,
through
yeah.
the hills and a little bit further on to get to where he needs to be.
Yeah, we need to go to on the other side of the Howling Hill. Then there will come this river, and over the river is the bridge he wants to get over, right?
Yes. That should be.
I understand maps.
That's good.
How do you draw maps in Underdark, where you're from?
We don't.
How do you get around then?
We just remember stuff.
That sounds difficult.
Impressive.
It is. That's why I'm not good with names. I have maps OP.
So just draw a map of the face and right. Oh, perhaps you just note the names.
But
Take notes of people's names.
Don't you attach names to the places on your internal map?
That's note taking and administration.
The same
man.
thing, right?
He can't write, he can only draw. That's it.
but I
Like he draws his names.
So.
Shut up, Alan. Stupid sauce.
So
No, you're not the sorcerer. Well, you're the wizard. Where's your hat?
The sleighs.
I have a hat on.
He has a hat
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
He has a top hat on.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one we found in the house.
So
think you're
yeah, the
just
sleighs
think
take
you're
off,
fabulous.
guys. So the sleighs take off at a just normal standard riding pace, as not to exhaust the horses. So you travel along. It's like it's dark because he was intending to leave in the morning, but you wanted to leave as soon as possible. So yeah, it's dark outside. There's a little bit of moonlight, enough to at least brighten up the area itself and to be able to see like quite normally within a certain range. So if stuff that's far away is just hard to discern because of the darkness, but stuff that's around you is not too hard to see. So about 20 minutes into the sleigh ride, as you enter the Howling Hills themselves, you hear a chorus of wolves' howls echo across the lands. And now I need to roll something.
Oh.
What are you doing, Bark?
That was not in character.
Don't lure them here, man. Why is he getting
Okay,
his dice?
out of the hills, 8 wolves rush through the woods, about 60 feet behind the lead sleigh. What do you guys want to do?
I'm immediately
60
going
feet
to
behind the
take
lead sleigh.
my two hand axes
60
in
feet
my.
behind the lead sleigh, like a bit to the sides. They're like moving in from the sides, like coming from the bushes towards the sleigh.
How-
That's at a
how-
steady pace.
How close are they to the back one then?
The sleigh itself, I think the horses themselves are about 10 feet long, maybe. Then you have like a 10 feet gap in front of that, and the sleigh itself should be like maybe 15 feet, 10, 15 feet. So let's say about 20, 30 feet behind the second sleigh, but also towards the sides of the road, still like moving in, like you see in this amazing movie scene where you see a road and horses coming in from the sides. That's the kind of idea you have here as well.
As soon as I hear the first wolf howl, I will just have my hand axes in my hands, permanently, like all the time.
Okay, so you pick up
because
your
because I
weapons.
can't do anything with my great axe at this point.
All right.
Do we see these wolves at the moment?
Yes.
Well,
Everybody
I
sees
sacred
you.
flame the first one I can.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to say anything? Vidimir just looks at you guys, like asking what he needs to do.
Just keep these wagons rolling, boy.
How
The sleighs.
How fast are we going compared to the wolves?
As Thorsten says this, you hear the servants just snap the whips on the reins on the horses. Go go go! Woo! And the horses just they just storm off at full speed.
That would actually be a
It
lot
has
easier
a
if I would
speed
roll the
of
card.
60 feet. And I
Wolves
would
have a
say,
speed of 60 feet.
yes, speed of 60 feet. Let me get my monster manual.
Yeah, I think if the wolves dash, they have 60 feet too, right? Or 70?
That's then one would probably have like 80.
Right. Oh,
they
yeah.
dash.
Let's play the music because we're waiting for the. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that's what I'm missing.
from
When
The wolves at first were catching up to the sleigh itself, but as the sleigh whips up, it can go a little bit further than those 60 feet because the horses start drawing it like a bit faster as well. They cannot go their full dash speed because of the sleigh and the cargo they have on them. But as they start like taking a little bit more speed, you have the idea that it's it might be a little bit of a race, you know. So you're not really sure, but you could potentially try to start outpacing them, turning this into a chase.
I'm actually
Sounds
like,
great.
I mean, I'm weighing like 250 or 300 pounds or something. If I would not be on the cart, that would be a lot easier.
Wouldn't
But
make
then I
much
would
a
be-
difference. There's also like cargo in the thing itself that might be like loaded. So and you also adjust
Okay.
it to load itself a bit, so it is a bit more compensated towards your own weight.
Okay, yeah, 340 pounds. I
So
just looked at that.
Thorsten, you wanted to sacred flame the first one you see, right?
Yeah, so make me a dexterity saving throw. EC 12.
Sacred flame just comes jumping from beneath one of the wolves, and he just jumps to the side of it and easily dodges it while just continuing running forward.
Damn. How far away are they?
At this moment, about 60 feet, 60, 70 feet behind the first sleigh, so like about 15, 20 feet maybe behind the second.
who's in the second sleigh with me?
I am.
You are. God damn it.
Why?
Fuck this.
Well,
I'm
because I was
trying
landing
to throw a
on the
javelin at
He could. He can.
the fastest one
I can-
of the wolves.
You got Arena with you.
Oh,
Like,
Irina,
I
you're
think-
in
I
the,
think
in the
you
second
said-
sleigh as well.
You said from the first wagon, the wolves are within 120 feet, right?
Sorry?
The wolves are within 120 feet, right?
They are.
From this.
Then I will try to just throw javelin at the one that's closest to our wagons. With disadvantage because of the distance, but still.
Alright, go ahead. Throw a javelin.
I'll do this in fantasy rounds because of attack rolls. That's not gonna hit. That's actually double 6, which is a 11 then. And I guess 11 is not gonna hit.
What was that, sorry?
11 is not gonna hit, right?
No, you see one of your javelins just land somewhere and disappear in the snow, while another.
So that's gone for probably forever.
you see this javelin just sticking out, and one of the wolves just jumps on top of it, using it as a springing board, and to get a little bit closer towards the sleigh. So, seeing as you have some trouble hitting them in your current pace, and the sleigh speeding up, we will turn this into a chase. So,
How close are they to the wagon now?
the
sleigh?
still about the same.
I would like to get my light crossbow and just fire bolts at them as often as I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna
At
do
the
the
front
same
one.
with Sacred Flame.
Give me a second to double check the chase things.
Alrighty. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
It is.
Basically what I was set up.
Yep. Did you
Alright.
get through there?
Guys, roll initiative.
Yeah. Woo! Okay.
In fantasy rounds?
You can in fantasy grounds, or you can in real life, and I'll adjust values.
I will do in fantasy rounds then.
Awesome. A 2.
Come on.
That's because I'm in Slate 2. That makes it much
That's
easier.
actually the most basic roll I could have rolled, which is a 10 plus 2, so 12. Just gonna write.
I have 11.
I got a 5.
So, Bark got what? Sorry, 12.
12, yes. 10 plus 2.
Thorsten,
5.
5. Verena rolled, and Aladdin has what?
11.
11. And Hector rolled, right? So I think that's everybody.
Yep.
Alright. So in the chase, you can do a sort of a group ability check. Only the check is dependent on what you want to do to influence part of the chase. So what you could do is either attack the enemy, do something that you want to come up with, like a sort of special kind of ability check. There's also a few specific things you can do during a chase, like you can create a complication in some way. So think of a way to create a complication directly. You can do a lookout, because during a chase you are assumed to be moving at a fast pace, so your passive perception and stuff is way down. So you can act as a lookout, seeing if something is up. You can try to help out maneuver what's happening. but you can also, of course, think of something else yourself to help out getting yourself ahead or your enemies further behind you. The chase will last a certain amount of rounds, which I know you don't know yet, and dependent of or if you pass enough of the checks, you will be able to outmaneuver your pursuers. So first
Great.
up, Bark.
Okay. Yeah, well then probably after hitting them was not too effective, I will just try and look out for like where we're heading to. If there's actually something in the way that will stop us soon, or if we can actually continue. So I want to just check out the surroundings.
Okay. 1 second. You see that the area coming up ahead is a little bit convoluted. It might interfere a little bit with some line of sight towards people. So there's like some rocks and some additional trees next to the next area, a little bit area coming up.
So it's not that not difficult for us to pass through, but difficult to see what's actually like. If something would be hiding there, we couldn't really see it, right?
That, and also if you were running through there and marching through there, the wolves would probably have some lesser sight towards you as well.
I see. Well, okay, but I guess that's for me. I mean, I will actually like yell this to the others. But yeah, that's it for me. I guess because that's my action, right?
Yeah. Unless
Yep,
you want to do
that's-
something else that I can maybe say yes or no to. Let's see. What do you want to do, maybe?
Nah, I mean, I don't have anything really for my bonus action to do.
Quick question: did we sleep?
You went to the wolves and then didn't rest or take a sleep.
Yeah, because it's still
Just making sure of spell slots.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are down.
We didn't sleep.
We didn't sleep.
3 points left then.
Okay, Arlen.
I want to attack the nearest wolf.
With what?
I want to attack the nearest wolf. How close is it?
Yeah, with what?
Yeah, it's close enough to be able to attack with a spell if you want.
Okay. Then you have to make a wisdom save.
What are you using?
Roll the dead.
He fails.
Ooh. Fails. Take a d8 of damage.
Kill it.
3 damage.
Okay, that's probably not gonna
damage?
kill it.
Yeah.
Okay. You do see it stumble a bit while it's running and getting hit by this mental bell that rings into its head. Verena.
Let me see, what can I do? What does this do? Oh. I'm gonna ask, because I'm in the second cart with this too. Can any of you guys do like a fire spell? Like burning hands or something?
Yeah.
I was thinking you could do like scare the wolves off with that.
Not gonna be my turn until we go all the way around.
Yeah. That's what I'm just asking. That'd be like my action.
So you want to do what, sorry, again?
I'm suggesting if we try using fire to scare them off, the wolves off.
You can still
That's
do
actually
something
a good
else
idea.
within your turn.
Like him.
I actually have a flask of oil. Yeah.
I can't even do anything.
Be creative.
All right, I'll pull out a torch.
Okay.
and light it.
Sure.
Is that an action?
You can do whatever you want with it still. It's not
Alright,
necessarily like a 6 second round. It's more like something you want to do to help improve your situation or do something to worsen their situation, you know? So you're a little bit more lenient in communication as well and stuff.
Okay.
You yelled that
Uh,
out, right? With like fearing them with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I can't do anything. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna light my torch and try tossing it. Maybe try to scare these damn wolves off.
Yeah, sure. Roll me, because you're shouting out stuff as well. Roll me an intimidation for that. You can use advantage for that because you're using a well-lit torch and fire, which you don't like.
Oh.
Ooh.
So yeah, you see, you throw it right in the middle of some pack of wolves, and they seem to be scattering around a bit, at least slowing their movement quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Thorsten.
Yeah. I'm thinking, and it hurts.
That's the same thing Bog suffers from.
Now shut up.
2 points of psychic damage to you.
Due to age.
Oh, it's midday. This
Maybe
okay.
try some of your magic.
Shut up! It's a room. Now I'm
Is it day or night?
It's
Night.
all right. I'm gonna use hiding one of them to sort of make the light flaring scare them off.
What do you want to? You want to just shout at them, or?
No, I'm gonna use a guiding bolt room
Okay.
on one of the
Yeah,
sort
sure.
of to hopefully maybe they were scaring them.
Roll a
Immersive
attack roll for
light.
that.
And I need to figure out what to roll. Oh, don't fuck me now. Oh, that's a 22.
That's a hit. So you hit it with this guiding bolt. Just roll for damage.
God. That's 8 damage.
All right. That was a wolf that wasn't hit yet, but it's you hit it like straight in the paws, and it stumbles a bit and topples over because it was running so fast. And some of the wolves behind it and to the sides of it have to spread around it to dodge it.
And I yell, if you hit that one, you gotta die.
Hector.
Sick.
Okay. I would like to try and be creative. It's not long ago that we wolves, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to try and cast prestidigitation to make the air smell like wolf's blood, perhaps to scare him away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me an animal handling check for that.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, you can
Creative
use
checks.
your spell ability modifier instead of your wisdom for that, but still your proficiency only if you're proficient.
Oh, okay. So my
It's an animal handling intelligence check for you, I think, right? Or
no, it's charisma for me.
charisma.
So
Sorry,
it
animal
would
handling
be
charisma. For you.
charisma
Yeah.
plus my
Plus your roll straight
yeah,
up.
and it was with sorry.
If you're
Not
proficient in
proficiency,
animal
because you're not
handling, you can
proficient.
add your proficiency.
Okay, so no proficiency. Just a straight charisma check then.
Yes.
Basically, yes, yeah.
There we go. That's a 17.
Not too bad.
All right. You see a group of these wolves just suddenly just almost stopping in their step, putting their nose into the air, and you see the snouts moving around like they're sniffing. And yeah, you guys certainly seem to be making some distance from these wolves by what you've done so far. You reach a little bit of area with some more rocks and a little bit of hills, more hilly area terrain that you're entering right now. As you hear another quite terrifying howl, a howl of something that's it's not a wolf, it's not a dire wolf. You've even heard about terrifying werewolf sounds, but this sounds even more terrible than any of that.
We're so gonna die.
This might be the beast.
And
This is the one that bit Lobomir.
in the front right, just to the side of the first sleigh, a wolf-like creature, like it's a dire wolf, but only even bigger than that. Sharp fangs, a terrible dark color, and from the descriptions you've heard so far, you have a fairly good idea that this might be the beast that the people have been talking about. It charges and lunges at the first sleigh, which holds some people, and it lunges almost inside of it, trying to make a snap attack at someone inside of that. Let me get my stats out. It jumps up and attacks Bark with its bite attack.
Damn.
Oh shit, boy.
Time to rage.
You take 12 points of piercing damage.
Wait, don't you have to roll for hit first?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Because I didn't. Okay.
No, you just take damage, Park.
I was just confused. Okay. How much damage?
12. And you
I
were
will
at
use my what is called stones.
1 second,
endurance.
I have the phone call.
I don't know which dice I should take.
What you gonna for?
Very
Because
professional.
I don't remember which.
So you're at 18
No,
points
wait,
of
wait,
damage
wait.
right now.
I'm taking stones endurance for that.
Okay.
Like
So,
reduce it by 1d12 plus 3 damage.
okay. So
Shall I roll it in fantasy grounds or?
wherever you want.
Okay, so I roll it over here. That's 6 plus 3, so 9 damage reduced. So it was still 4 damage, right?
9 damage, so you get 3 damage. So you're at 9 wounds right now. You can also roll me a strength save, please.
Okay. I'm gonna use this. Come on, please. Oh god. That's an 8. Oh wait, no, it's an 11.
Still not enough. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I figured.
So he lunges at you, and when he does, he falls out. He almost pulls you down with him, as he cannot enter the sleigh itself necessarily, and you fall out of the sleigh, still managing to grab
my life.
onto it, while the sleighing is going like 80 feet around.
Wait, I'm
almost.
still hanging on the sleigh?
Yes,
Slate right now?
you're still hanging onto the sleigh.
Oh, thank God. Because my fucking iron battle axe is in the slate. I don't have it equipped with me right now. Holy shit.
Why are you not wearing your battle eye?
Because I took the hand axes for ranged attacks.
It tries to snap again, but he seems to be caught with its teeth and its fangs inside of the sleigh itself, and just takes a bite onto the side of the sleigh. After which, because he's being dragged by the sleigh as well, with Bark next to him, he gets hit by a rock, and you hear a big oof and a a sound like of pain from him as he gets knocked off the sleigh and slides down an embankment on the side of the road and ends up with his fellow wolf mates at the moment. It stands up and starts adding to the chase, almost running in a sort of um, uh, ape-like fashion, a different kind, big leaped fashion, way bigger than the other. No, the leaps he makes are like way bigger than the other guys do because it's like quite big. Okay, so there's a big bad asshole behind you right now. So you've been has been happening over about like 4 or 5 minutes this whole first round. So you are now within some more terrain, and you see that the walls behind you and to the sides of you are seem to be lost behind some trees and some other hills and rocky terrain here and there. So if you want to try to hit them, it might be quite difficult if you want to directly affect them in some kind of way, you know? Unless you want to handle the train itself. But trying to get a touch on the wheels himself might be hard. So, Bark, you're up.
Okay.
You're hanging on the side of the sleigh. While being dragged, you get 1 bludgeoning damage from hitting the ground in different places.
Mm-hmm.
And you're up.
Can I just use my movement to get up on the slate?
You
Or
can-
is it taking
Do you
like
want to try to get up?
Well, that depends on if I can just try it with my movement or if I have to spend an action
You
on
don't
that.
know. You're hanging on the side of the thing, and the only thing you can decide now is: do I want to get up or no?
Yeah, that's the thing. Can I first look back on like how far away is the wolf who got slapped by a rock of me?
He's about the same distance behind you as the rest of the wolves, about maybe now 70,
Ah,
80
okay.
feet, because
Then
you've
I
been
will
taking
try
a
to
little
get up
bit
on
more.
the slate.
Okay, roll a athletics check.
I will give this dice another chance. Redeem yourself. Natural fucking 20. That's some redemption right there.
Nice.
Awesome.
So that's some additional bonus XP for our viewers as well.
That's how I want to like this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you easily pull yourself up like on one hand, and you just jump in there, and you hear the sleigh crack under the weight of you landing in it, and you have very good footing on it. Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Do I still have my action?
No.
Fuck. Well, then can I just use my bonus action, if this is allowed, to rummage through my chest and get out my vial of oil?
Yeah, you can get it out. You
Or my
can't do
flask
anything
oil.
with it yet, but you can at
Yeah.
least try to, in everything that's happening around you, you can try to rummage through your chest trying to find this file. Sure.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Aladdin.
Okay. So how far are the wolves behind us?
They took like almost a 20-foot distance from where they were before.
20-foot distance from where they were before.
So that's
80
about
feet.
85 feet from the first slate.
Okay. Then I would like to use Scorching Ray
All right.
Heck yeah.
on the beast.
Okay, the beast, just as the rest of them, are quite well hidden and jumping behind rocks and trees. So
Okay, I thought he was like behind us, like straight behind us.
No, they're like moving to the sides of the area because it's easier for them to use the terrain to their advantage and stuff. You know,
Okay.
they're more used to this terrain
Yeah.
than you are.
Yeah. Okay. Then I would just like to use Toll the Dead on the beast. That's a wisdom save.
Is that on a target you can see?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a perception check for me, please.
That was not good. Like 6.
So you try to look for the beast, and you see a lot of fur jumping back and forth. But with the light of the moon shining down and the reflection of it on the different kind of furs, you're not really able to discern which of the
Then I would
wolves
just
it is.
like to go for the fur.
All right. And you hear some sound of pain and a big poof of something that seems to be slamming into something.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Verena.
Okay. It's fun. I don't know what to do, you guys. So all the wolves, including the large one, are running between the trees and stuff, right?
Yep.
Fuckery. Where's my spell at? And I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on it. On the large one.
Well, they're quite hard to see right now, so
Especially with my dark vision.
it doesn't really matter. It's not that the light is a problem, because it's like moonlight enough for people to be able to see what's happening around them. It's just that the terrain around you is not really working in your favor for this.
Well, I'll hold my action until I see it clearly. So that's all I can do.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Right now?
Yeah. Let me double check.
20.
You do see some big fur jumping around here and there.
Yeah, I'll just use it then.
Alright. Vicious Mockery, right?
Yeah, so what do I gotta do? They gotta succeed on a saving throw.
What's the save?
My save?
Now, what's
Yes.
your save DC?
Where would I see that on
It's
Fantasy
charisma
Grounds?
for you, right? It's from your background? From your race?
Yeah, Tiefling.
Yeah, that's charisma, so that's 8 plus 2, plus your proficiency plus your charisma, so that's 11, I think, right?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you don't know what the exact effect is. You don't hear anything, you just hear a lot of wolf howls from the surrounding hills and more sounds of chasing and wolves jumping around the rocks.
So I don't know if it hit or not, because
You
if
don't know.
it did, it gets a 1d4.
Okay, you can still roll the damage, but if it affected him or not, I won't be able to tell you right now.
Okay. So 1d4. I just roll a regular 1d4, right?
Yeah. All right.
Something.
Next up, Thorsten.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to lines in front of the wolf running. If I can see a tree that's in the front of them that seems to be ill or easy to sort of tumble, and then I'm gonna
You're cutting
make the
off.
roots burn off and make the tree fall in front of them to sort of stop them or at least slow them down.
What do you want to use for that?
Sacred flame.
Can you use Sacred
So
Flame?
your tree have to make a saving throw.
Yeah,
I
but
think
can
you
you
can
use
only use
Sacred
this on
Flame
creatures,
on
right?
a object?
Ah. Then I start looking in the card.
For what? Sorry, you're cutting out.
I'm start looking in the card to find stuff to throw.
There's a big tarp over some wares, some trading wares that you're here to protect.
Oh God. Well, I'm trying to.
You cut out again.
I'm trying to look at the road and see if there's something to be aware.
All right, roll a perception check for me.
Well, that's an 8.
You're looking around, but you're being like looking.
This
everywhere.
card is damn fast.
Now it's a fast card. Plus, there's a lot of movement all around, like shadows jumping between trees, trees themselves that seem to be swaying with movement within it. There's some howling within the forest, so there's like a lot of sensory input at this moment, as well as the vibration of the card itself. So you're not really that. You're trying to look around, but you're mostly holding on to the card itself, making it hard to see anything really.
By the way, how far is the second card behind? 25 feet or something?
It's
10
about
feet.
maybe 10, 15 feet behind the first card.
Cool. Just checking in.
Okay, Hector.
Yes. That wolf that we believe is a beast. Was anything? Did anything look special about it?
Talk closer to the mic, please. You're cutting out.
Sorry.
Talk closer to the mic. You're cutting out.
Oh, okay. This wolf that we believe is a beast. Did anything stand out from it? Being looking like
Looking like what?
a dire wolf.
It was big and feisty and burly, huge fangs, big claws. If you look at the claws and the fangs, those might have been the kind of ones that have attacked the ones that you've seen before.
All right. And it's like all the other wolves there.
He's somewhere along the forest and hills.
All right. I would like to bring out my
Your what?
bring out my crossbow and ready an attack within reach.
Okay, so you're just trying to look around if there's something you can hit. Well, you see a lot of shadows jumping around. But that's
Well,
about-
sure. I'll try and take a shot then,
Yeah, sure.
if I can. Okay. Is that disadvantage?
You just shoot.
Okay. Natural 20!
Nice job.
Oh, that was a dagger. God damn it.
It doesn't matter. It's still a natural.
Yeah, it's the same bonus actually.
Okay, roll damage for the crossbow.
All right. I'll roll the crossbow damage and
Yeah.
there you are.
You hear another thud and a oof of something that seems to be hit within the woods and hills.
All right. That's my turn.
All right. Next up is them. You think that whatever you've done over the last few minutes didn't really have a good effect, because as soon as you exit this area and terrain of more hilly and rocky and foresty area, the wolves behind you and to the sides of you seem to have caught up a little bit more to you. Also, in front of you, you see that the road itself seems to have a big rock on it, and the sleigh riders, they pull the reins
That's
towards the
bad.
side as to dodge the rock in front of them. They seem to have enough room to be able to pass it, but in its passing, I need every one of you to roll a strength save.
At least
Come
strength is
on.
not so bad for me.
Come on, guys, come on!
22.
Nice.
9!
What's that, Aladdin?
Save or check?
Doesn't really matter for me, actually.
So, who rolled below a 12?
Verena
I
did.
did.
Me.
Okay, everybody
Not
who rolled
everybody.
below a 12, because of the sudden torque and forces towards the cart itself, you all just stumble over, and you're all standing a little bit to the side of the cart as to have more view and room towards the outside of it. You all tumble out, but each and every one of you seems to be at least be able to hold themselves either to some kind of leashing or the edge of the cart itself, but you are dragging behind this cart at this moment.
I rolled a 16.
Nice.
You're the
And
only
you made
one.
the save.
Yes.
Bye bye.
So the
I rolled.
You seem to be cutting out again. On your end, every time someone seems to be cutting out. So try to keep like really close to the mic and keep talking into the mic on the same volume as well. Because as soon as you lower your volume, it might start not taking the input again.
Alright.
Okay.
We are doing our best.
So
Sure.
just to clarify, are we hanging on?
Yes,
Just
the people that did not make the save are still hanging on to the cart itself, but are like being dragged along the side of it, being hit by whatever is on the floor and on the ground and all that kind of thing.
Well, that's just dandy.
Meanwhile, the wolves seem to be not as much interfered by this big rock in front of it, and seem to be catching up to the big cart, the second sleigh. And they seem to be only at a few feet behind. If they catch up any further, some of them might be able to jump onto it.
Few feet. Well, how much? That's like 5 feet or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bark.
I have a plan.
Okay.
You're still in the cart. You made your save, right?
Yeah, I made my save with a 22. So I have the flask of oil in my hand, right? That I found.
Yes.
By
By the way, these are like rounds of a few minutes, not like single rounds. It's
That's good to know, because then what I would want to do is to rip off a little bit of cloth of my common clothes of my skirt that I wear, because I don't have anything else, and kind of
So now
make
you're
this
naked.
flask into a Molotov cocktail
yeah.
and inflame it and throw it at the werewolf thingy that followed me.
Turn that into a survival check.
Like the crafting of the Molotov cocktail, I
Yeah,
guess.
crafting and being able to use this in a proper sense. Yes, I'd make that a survival check.
Survival?
Yes.
What do I get for survival? Oh, it's only +2. Please, come on. That's a 12.
Okay.
Oh, my webcam is
Am is
frozen.
frozen.
You see that you made this like package with some oil and a cloth and rag in it, and you think it might have not soaked long enough, but you do see like a small area burst out in flame amongst the snow, and a few of the wolves even getting running straight through it, even being like at least their furs charred and a little bit touched. So you think that this might have done something, yeah. So a few of them on one side seem to disperse a bit.
Not what I was hoping for, but okay, good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for my round, I guess.
Aladdin.
Oh wait, no.
How
If
much
I
stuff
can,
is
I
on
will
the
take
sleigh?
my iron axe close to me.
Sure.
How much stuff is on the sleigh? And how close are the wolves to us?
You're
Like,
in
how many of
the
them?
second sleigh, and they're quite close to you. And yeah, there's a tarp over it. You haven't really seen what's under it.
Okay. How close are the wolves?
Close.
How many are there? How many are there?
Where at first there were about 8, you might see that there's now at least about 14, 15.
Would you say that they are within like 15 feet of us?
Not all of them, but some are.
What are you doing? Do something.
We are 3 people on the cart besides me, right?
2 people hanging off. You can try to get us.
Hector and Verena and the driver.
Yeah, and Hector
Right?
and Verena are currently
Okay.
on the size of the
I'm
car
going
being
to
dragged around.
use Thunder Wave as a second level spell slot and manipulate it around the 3 guys on the cart with me.
Ooh, okay.
But I'm also going to push everything on the cart off.
Oh my god. That's our 50 gold going away right there.
Do we want to survive or do we want his fucking cargo?
Well, he didn't say anything about his cargo. He just said he needed to get to the bridge. Technically.
I'm
So-
just saying, if you would use this, you would also use this on Verena and
No,
Hector.
I'm going to manipulate the spell so it doesn't hit the 3 people on the cart with me.
Manipulate how?
With sculpt spells.
Okay, let me double check that. I haven't seen that.
Sculpt spells allows me to manipulate the spells, the evocation spells around 1 plus the spells level around people around me. That is
so the
1
people
plus
don't
the
get
spells
hit.
level. That is second. So 3 people.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah. So there are some wolves there that have to make a Constitution save.
Thunder Wave is a Constitution save. Yeah.
What's your DC?
It's
Not high enough.
14.
Okay. Roll your damage.
And 12 damage.
It was just re-rolling all the time. Okay, that's good.
Bad, good. Hey, natural 20, guys!
So there's a big audible explosion and boom that extends from the back of the second sleigh. And the first group of wolves that's behind the sleigh just get pushed straight back, and you see at least 4 or 5 or 6 of them just don't get up anymore. A few others fill the spots that they've left open now, but you have at least seen that a few of them have been knocked back and pushed back. You also see that there's nothing wrong with the cargo, because it's quite secure to the underside of the tarp itself. Because the spell specifically says any unsecured stuff, and this stuff is secured for a possible rough sleigh ride.
That's
so
good. That's good.
Awesome. What's not
That was all planned. All planned.
Good job.
I imagine my crossbow is though. Either I dropped it out of the cart when we had to roll the string.
I guess you would have dropped it in the
ground.
cart, but now it would have exited
Yeah,
the cart.
okay.
So that's the crossbow is just flung somewhere out. Yeah, definitely.
Oh well.
Shattered on some rocks.
Minor setback.
Yeah. That's not the worst. Troubles.
Okay, next up, Farina.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pull myself up.
Yeah, first thing that happens is that you get 1 bludgeoning damage from the fact that you're hanging outside and being slammed towards all kind of things. I gave you that just now. And you can roll a strength check, athletics check, to try to get up.
Nine.
Nice. So you try to pull yourself up, but you being the fast one, not necessarily the strong one, because of all the slamming around you and you being hit against rocks, it's quite difficult for you to get up, and you don't manage to.
I yell for Arlington to help my ass up.
Help me!
I'll help your ass.
Oh, okay.
Thorsten,
Okay. Idiot!
you're currently being dragged like another 50, 60, 70, 80 feet at least, maybe even more along the road on the side of the cart. So yeah, Thorsten.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up on the car. Even though I'm pretty short, do I even?
What do you want to do?
I want to get up on the.
Get up? Oh, you didn't make your save as well.
Oh, I rolled a 9, so I guess
so
I
yeah.
didn't.
You also get 1 bludgeoning damage, and you can try to get up. So roll a athletics check.
19.
That's enough. So you pull yourself up and into the cart, and make sure you get some good footing before you stand up again. And yeah, you're in.
Right. Can I take a torch and put and bind a torch together?
You're cutting out half your words.
Oh yeah, sorry. Can I take a rope and a torch and bind the torch
Yeah, sure.
and light the torch
Sure.
and swing the torch?
No. Hector, you're up.
Okay, is the big baddie in sight?
Yes. You're
How
hanging
far
on the
away
side,
is
right?
it? Yeah.
Okay. You also get 1 bludgeoning damage for that.
Sorry?
You get 1 bludgeoning damage for that.
Alright, do you know that or do I?
I did it.
Okay. How far away is it?
Not far.
Okay. So is it within
Get in the
30 feet of
bloody
me?
cart.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I would like to cast blindness on it.
Okay. He has to make a save for that.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana, please.
Arcana. Arcana. That is just.
That's
perfect.
just daily.
Oh, natural 20!
Oh yeah.
So good job.
Easy.
What happens is that you were hanging with 2 hands on the cart itself, there's a edge
Alright.
of the sleigh itself. Below you see these these razor sharp skates under the sleigh itself that seem to be passing by. You manage to set 1 foot upon that, with the rubble almost piling up against the side of your foot right now because of all the snow that comes up as well. Manage to release 1 hand, get your focus out, and concentrate deeply onto the beast. Manage to pull this spell out. I need to make a save, right?
Yeah, Constitution save.
After which you see the beast just veering off into to the side of the road.
Awesome. Okay, and since I am
You're cutting out again.
tempestuous magic, that allows me to fly up to 10 feet after.
Yes.
So if it is possible, I would like to fly up on the.
Okay, after that happens, you just feel a little bit of the snow itself, like take a poof as a burst of thunder and wind explodes below you, and you just with one hand still attached to it, your feet just swing over and land into the cart again. And he looks
Oh, I
around.
made a
You look around you just brush a little bit of snow and rebel off.
And I pretend like I jumped, and that's the end of my turn.
Easy peasy.
All right. That was everybody, right? So,
Oh, by the way, the wolf can make a save at the end of each turn, I think.
okay.
Of each of at the end of each of its turns.
You do see that the wolves, after
Yeah.
a explosion of fire, after a burst of thunder, after one of them being blinded and running off into the wrong direction, with the other wolves following their leader, obviously. You see that the wolves have taken not just a little bit of distance, but quite a lot of distance right now. So they're now about 60, 70 feet behind the second cart, the second sleigh. So that's about, let's say, was it 90-ish feet behind the first sleigh? Again, plus minus, doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
I need to roll something else. Okay. In front of you, you see that the road seems to be splitting in two directions. There are also still a few wolves, not necessarily behind, but also to the sides of the sleigh, like jumping along, waiting for the rest of them to catch up, you know. They come into the sleighs a little bit, making both of the sleighs taking a different path along the terrain. One of them goes a little bit downwards, and you see that it might end up catch up with the other path again a little bit further along. And one of them goes a little bit of a higher rocky area. So the first sleigh will go down the left downward area. Everybody in there roll a wisdom check, please.
The first cart.
Yes, first card. So that's Bark and Thorsten.
What for a check?
Wisdom check.
Wisdom, so yeah.
That's a 5 on my end.
Straight
Good.
12.
A 12?
12, yes.
All right. You do see that the road seems to be going, at least between the rocks, a little bit to different sides. But as you're looking with a few of you, also Vitamir helping out, knowing the road ahead of you already, you do seem to be able to, instead of like plunging off and going straight into the hills themselves, going straight along the path, catching up towards where the two paths meet. The second party also roll a wisdom check, please.
Wisdom.
Yes,
Like the wisdom save, right?
wisdom check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh, dirty 20. I get it. 15. Rolling good tonight.
Same.
On my chicks, not on my attack.
Chicks.
On my cheeks. No, on my checks.
Did you actually roll anything on your? You used with saves, right?
I also use guidance, guiding.
Oh, yeah,
bolts.
that's
That
true.
was an-
So, as you are also traversing only a little bit on a higher part, you see that the road again splits into two directions, one going up and one going straight ahead, what seems to be in the direction of the of where the roads meet up again. But just as the last moment, two of you see that the road ahead will drop straight onto the downward road, like at a dead end, and manage to convince the rider to pull up onto the upward road, where a little bit further on, about 100 feet along, you meet up to the back of the first sleigh. Sorry, actually to the front of the first sleigh this time. So you're riding up front now.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So second cart's now in the lead.
Yes.
Okay.
Like everyone knew it was gonna be.
We're winning.
We're winning.
The race.
And you see that a lot of these
Positive.
wolves seem to have taken wrong directions and wrong cuts amongst these rocks, and seem to be taking quite a while to run around and make it around. And you see that after you've traversed this little bit more hilly, spread around terrain, that they are a little bit further away from you again. Bark, you're up.
Two.
Hmm.
Nice.
Well, I don't have anything else to really. Oh, by the way, I need to delete my oil flask in a second. No. How far away are they right now?
You're in the
First card.
second card now, about 80 feet, 90.
I'm in the first card, right? So
Yeah,
80
but
to
you're
90 feet.
behind now. You're in the second sleigh
Yeah,
right now
okay,
because you
because
switched
they,
positions.
yeah, okay. 80 to 90 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, what the fuck not? I just tried to throw another javelin
Javelin.
with disadvantage, I guess, because of course because of the disadvantage because of the distance.
With trying to hit a javelin, you might be able to hit one. You know, there's still a group of more of them behind you.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking of doing something with my rope, but it's like almost impossible to do something creative with that. That doesn't. Because I checked my inventory, there's nothing really in there. Nah. I don't have anything that I can actually use for that. I mean, what else could I do? I could try to look around.
Be creative.
Eat a cookie.
You do have a lot
Yeah.
of cookies and milk still.
No,
Is
I don't have
Thorskin
cookies and milk.
back on the cart?
That's
Sorry,
all.
what was that, Daniel?
Is Thorskin back on the cart?
Thorsten, yes.
Yes, I am.
I think everybody's back up on the cart besides you.
Well,
Get your ass up on that cart, girl.
I mean, no, I just tried to, because the werewolf thingy is still running behind us, right?
Yes.
I would just try to throw javelin at him to try to slow this one down.
Sure.
So no, this is going to be a 13.
13.
13.
That was
Like
with
with
disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage.
That's enough.
Oh, sweet. That's 1d6 plus 3. Come on. 7 points of damage.
So
If
you
it
hit
does
him
damage at all.
You hit him straight on the front of his head, and the thing just like it just dissolves and spreads out
Fuck.
into a huge shit ton of splinters.
Ah.
It has
I thought it was
absolutely no effect, and there's nothing left of it. You threw it quite hard on it, but it's just like if you threw it onto a brick wall, you know? It's just gone.
Okay, so it doesn't even pierce through it, and okay. I think we read about that, right? But Bark didn't remember. Okay.
And now you see it in person.
Well, fuck. Um,
And you see it just looking at you with its intense, like
I would just
glaring eyes.
I would just stand up in the cart like full height and would just roar at him like, and then that's all.
Okay. Next up, Aladdin.
I'm gonna try to help Arena in the cart.
Sure. You just pull her up, no problem whatsoever.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
He just reaches down with like a single hand, like you would do to a lady, and you just only have to like take it and just gently step onto the cart, no problem whatsoever.
So, is that my turn or is it
That's your
just easy to
action,
do?
but there's no check required for pulling her in.
That's fine. Okay, cool.
Verena.
Not gonna do anything else.
So can I see the so the large wolf is behind the first cart now? Since we're in front.
The first cart, so the first sleigh initially is now on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in the front right now with your cart.
So can I
Mostly.
see it or no?
You
Not
can
the cart.
see it, but there's still like
You-
there's a cart behind you at least, and it's almost in the direct path behind you now. Like most of the wolves have clumped together into like a single, like a 2, 3, 4 wolf thick line. You also see that there might be at least like 20, 30 wolves around the big one right now.
Well, can I use vicious mockery on this big ass bitch?
What's the distance on your?
Does it have a distance? Hold on. It's 60 feet.
I think you're not be able to reach that then because it's a little bit behind the second card still. Also, Renee, make sure that you don't whisper about the GM because it'll. Oh, you can actually because it doesn't appear on stream. Never mind.
Yeah, I can make it work, but I
So yeah, that's a little bit. I think it's about 80 feet behind the second car right now. So that's about 110 feet behind the first.
What can I do? What can I do?
can. Do you look in the Discord chat?
No,
Our
I can't.
Okay, because I can't get whispering to work in this.
I did see something pop up.
I ain't doing that. Never mind. Damn it.
Ah, thanks.
This sucks.
Lot.
What can I do? What can I do? I need to buy me a
Doesn't
crossbow
seem
or
to
something.
come up on my end, anyways.
How far away is the first cart from my cart right now?
The other card from your card, it's about let's say 15 feet about.
Never mind.
You are in front though, so if you would want to get there, you might be able to.
I'm gonna try to jump to this other cart.
Roll me a acrobatics check. Might I remind you, you still have an advantage, an inspiration as well, right?
I don't know if I do or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a star up to your name, so there's an inspiration there.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that meant. $21.
So you look at the card, you find your good footing on it, and you set a few paces, and set yourself off with your using also your hands, and Hector and Aladdin standing on the sides as a launch pad almost, and you take a big leap and you land with one foot next to the cart driver on the second sleigh now, and then jump on into the back of the sleigh, and you stand here next to Bark and Thorsten and Vitamir.
So was that my whole action now?
It depends on what you want to do.
Could I use Vicious Mockery now?
It's still about 80 feet away from the second card.
The first card? The card I'm on now?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Never mind. I thought it was closer to
You did
that.
make a really, really, really cool landing though. So Verena just leapt from
Leapt.
from the first sleigh to the second.
Yeah.
Well, hello, guys. How you guys doing?
Well, depends.
Yeah, I know this shit sucks right now. Can I pull out another torch
Sure.
Like
and light it?
God damn it.
Sure.
And then I have more oil, so I'm gonna pull that out. And then
This is lamp oil, right?
it's a flask of oil.
Yeah, that's lamp oil. That's ignitable.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What can I do with that? Let me see. I'm gonna throw the flask of oil and the torch. Try to make them land at the same time, I guess. If I can.
I say if you want to do both, then you're able to prepare the set. You know, prepare a flask, prepare a lit torch, and be ready to throw them, and then end your turn here.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Especially after doing the leap of faith and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thorsten.
Oh yes, I'm gonna swing my inflated torch. Torch with fire in.
Yeah.
And just swing it and try to see if I can hit a wolf with it.
Well, the
80
wolves are
feet
quite
away.
far behind you right now.
Then I'm just want to look intimidating.
Sure, roll me an intimidation check.
Don't fuck me now. That's a 5.
The only thing you
Wow.
hear is a big giant roar in a choir of about, by this time, 25, 30 wolves being led by this giant beast of a dire wolf.
And for,
Our family.
for a second,
Sorry, you cut
just
out.
like laughing at you.
Asshole.
Wow.
I didn't have anything better to do, man.
I
would
love the
walk
idea, and the
straight
DC was
to close
lowered on that
combat.
one even because of the idea, but not enough. Sorry, man. Hector.
Yeah, to boost morale, I shout, first car to the bridge gets around by all the other people. And then I jump to the front seat of. Then I would like to try and just to make sure that we don't get any bumps on the road that we're unaware, since we're the first sleigh now.
So you want to take charge of the sleigh, basically.
Well, if it runs itself, I won't intervene because I may just make matters worse. But if anything seems to be a problem for us, I would like to intervene.
So yeah, you
Not
do know
necessarily
that
now,
like,
but just
the servant is not bad at riding the cart. He seems to be at least capable enough to ride his cart in
that's a
these
servant.
conditions. But you did see before, when you were in the back, that Vitamir was trying to guide the guy between the terrain because he had to focus more on keeping the thing on track, and Vitamir was more guiding it through, you know? So if you want, you
I
can
didn't
take that-
realize I was a servant, so perhaps Eyes. Faster, faster.
So you
Then
want to take like a little bit of a
Right.
charge of the sleigh and see what way to go. Okay, roll a perception check for me for that.
I think Daniel can do that for me. Right now. Yeah.
You mean Renee?
I keep calling you Daniel, I'm sorry.
You can do.
But I don't know what bonus I have in perception. Okay, I rolled a d20 here. I rolled
Hey, what?
Oh, it's
sorry?
probably bad.
something, but I don't think it matters.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2 plus whatever modifier I have, but it matters really when
Let me double check
Perception.
something first.
2 plus 2, so that's a 4.
You just made a boulder appear by having a bad perception.
It's a really bad eyesight, man.
Okay, yeah, you're looking around trying to guide the sleigh, but you're just saying faster, 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 because you really focus on getting the fuck away more than anything, you know? So you don't really have the focus that you like to have towards the path. Okay, so after this round of chase, you do notice that the wolves seem to be catching up to you guys a little bit more, and they're about 50 feet behind the second sleigh right now.
What the
And
fuck is this stupid bridge?
it's possibly a little bit ways to go, but you're not there yet. But you also see that at least Hector, in front of you, you see like a herd of maybe deer and other kinds of animals standing there, almost in the middle of the road. And as soon as they catch either your scent or the sound of whatever is going on, or the rumbling on the floor, you see that they all seem to be scattering. But there's still
Find that shout, deer!
there's still a group of deer coming up.
There's a moose ahead.
You communicate this to the rest of the party as well, so you have the chance to at least
Yeah, I do.
refer this to the rest of the party. But this is a sort of an obstacle, like a group of deer and elk standing in. They are already spreading, but there's still like a group in your direct path that is not spread yet. So, Park, you're up.
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out stuff right now because I'm, as a player, I'm really bad at remembering things. Okay, they're like about 50 feet away right now, right?
From your card, yes.
Yeah, from my card. Because I'm trying to remember what was in the journal about the creatures. If it only was like, if it was general iron, or just cold iron, like magic
Only
iron.
cold iron, the axe you got from us, the new great axe.
Yeah, because I figured the difference between cold iron and usual iron. Because I, as a player, never had experience with that, but I figured Bark would have that. But
It's not a commonality outside places like Barovia.
yeah, because I found manacles in my chest, but since they're usual iron, it's like.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's the thing right now.
There was
because-
communicated that there's a herd of animals standing in the way as well.
There's
I
no
mean-
shaming doing nothing if you can't do anything.
I'm
Just be quick about it.
Take
Yeah.
a cookie.
Yeah, the thing is.
You don't need to say the thing. What do you want to do?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do anything for now. I just prepare my great axe if they're getting closer to whatever comes close to the card gets a hit by my great axe.
Fine. So you prepare at least like trying to hold them off if they might get close enough.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Not gonna jump out of the card.
Yeah, that's something a bark would do, right? So just hit shit.
Yeah, that's the thing with like, if I don't know about cold iron and usual iron, I would have jumped out of the cart and just tried to manacle the werewolf.
All
But
of
that's
them.
not a good idea.
I want to hit the beast with Toll the Dead, if I can. I can't remember the range, but
It's not in that book.
Book
It's
is
in
right here.
Sasa.
Oh, it's not in the book.
that's not in that book.
Told that
I
is a
won't
range
look
of
for it.
60 feet.
Okay.
And you're
Fair
in the
enough, so
first
it's
card
not
at the
far enough.
moment, so you won't be able to reach.
Oh, you said they were 50 feet. No, that's the back card, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're
Okay. What about chromatic orb? What's the range on that one?
Go through all the spells now.
90 feet.
90 feet.
Can I hit that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to do that on the beast
On the beast. Sure.
with fire.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's 18.
That would hit it, definitely.
Oh,
That's-
sorry. I rolled for you. That wasn't the point.
Not acid. Fire damage.
How many?
14.
14. Okay, so
Yeah, that's fine.
a flying orb of fire seems to be flung from your hands as you cast your chromatic orb spell, and
Yeah.
the beast gets hit by it, and you see a big part of its side actually being burnt, and the hair on it is like melted, and you actually smell almost the scent of burnt hair in the air, but which is weird on this distance, and it seems to be hit quite well. Yeah.
Nice. Then, like, for my move, I want to, like, try to sit down and, like, brace myself, like, put an arm around, like, something so I can really hold on well.
Sure. That's your turn,
Yes.
Farina.
So, so my flask and torch like I was going to. So what kind of roll would that be?
You want to throw them together to like get a spot behind where you're riding, like on the road, right?
Yeah, basically, I'm expecting it to like kind of do like an explosion, not a huge, but like a burst.
Yeah. Why don't we make that a for you a attack roll without proficiency? Like for you that would be a dexterity check, just throwing the thing into coordinated sense, right? So a dex check basically.
Okay. Did I do that right?
Yeah, you throw first the flask of oil, and just like a second later, you throw the torch. The flask bursts out, and a big puddle of it starts being created, and then it lights up because it gets straight hit by a torch hitting it, and there's a big burst of light and flame. You even have to turn your eyes back a bit. You know what? Roll me a Constitution save. Because even if, well, it's not like entirely dark outside, it's still like somewhat dark, so it's not something that your eyes are used to. Okay, you will be blinded until the end of your next round.
Okay.
Because you
My.
you also at least within this burst of flame, the moment you could have at least seen like the last 2 seconds, you do see like a blood of the wolves like disperse from it as well because of the big flash, and they have to get around it because there's still a big patch of burning oil in the back of the road. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Thorsten.
I'm gonna take the other end of the rope where the torch. Grab it to the cart and strap it to me, because I'm not gonna fall off this time.
Okay, so you're gonna wrap the rope around you and your and the cart. Cool.
Yep. And I'm still swinging the torch if it's possible, yelling like a monkey.
Sure. Anything you wanna do?
If I can hit a wolf with the torch, I'm gonna do it.
No, that would be too far away. But I would still say that besides tying yourself up, so strapping yourself in, you could still have an action or something to do on the sleigh.
I'm gonna
Take quick
light
flame.
another torch and throw it after one of the.
Crit flame.
Yeah, no, I'm
Save
gonna. I'm
crit.
gonna. Like it. So make dexterity save from one of the wolves. DC 12.
Okay. You could potentially hit the beast with that as well. What's the range on that? 60 feet, right?
Yeah, if I can hit the beast, I'm gonna hit the
can't
beast.
any of them then from this position.
All right. So DC 12.
You're
what
in
did
front
you roll?
right now. You're in the back right now. Oh no, sorry, you're in the back. 50 feet. 60
I'm in the
feet.
back.
Yeah, then okay. You can hit the beast with it if you want.
Then I want to hit the beast. DC 12 dexterity.
You see that it again a flash of bright light. It's bright, but it's still like a shadowy dark color that comes off it, not the one you used to, which is still again odd compared to what you've seen and used to before, like with your spiritual weapon before.
I hate this country.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, exactly, and it just jumps over it.
Stupid wolf. God damn it. I hate it. I hate this country. I hate these people. I hate the governor. What's his name?
Booyah.
Hector.
Fucking too.
Okay, yeah. Have I seen them casting spells at
Yeah, but you notice that the other stuff, like throwing the fire and stuff, is doing probably a bit more than the single things that people seem to be doing. Also, there's still, because you're in the front sleigh right now, there's also the group of deer and elk in front.
Yeah. I would like to I'd like to grab a hold of the what's his name that rides our way in sort of an awkward hug, just to fasten us behind us, so we won't get off if fall off if we like that.
You mostly think that this might be quite a tough barrier to get through, actually.
That this might be what?
Some kind of getting through them might not only slow you, but might even get you to a standstill if you don't do it right.
Okay, well I told him
Thunder wave the shit out.
sleigh. I tell him to just focus on driving this thing right, and I will focus on. That'll be his awkward seatbelt.
He turns to you. Where do I go? There's nowhere to go.
What?
Where do I go? There's nowhere to go.
You run him over.
Go through him.
Yeah, but 2 horses versus a group of elk and deer.
Just do it.
We're gonna die. I'm too young.
Can't you kill them or something? Like blast the elks?
I can blind them. One of them.
Yeah, you
They're
have the
useless.
idea that the entire path is just blocked right now by them. That's the problem here.
Well, then I would like to yell and shout to get him to move.
Okay, anything you can yell and shout, definitely. Do you want to use anything with that to maybe help with that?
Well, I could cast what's it called? Prestidigitation once again, but I don't think that it's makes that much of a noise. So perhaps I will just grab anything and use it to bang on anything else just to make even more sound. Yeah. I will clap my hands, I will clap the seats, I will slap the driver's face, whatever makes the most sound. Sorry?
Yeah, you can make some sparks and those kinds of things. Maybe that might help.
Okay, I'll try and do that then. Do the
Okay.
prestidigitation.
Roll
Sound, sparks,
a roll a Arcana check for me.
Arcana check.
Yes. You can use your charisma for this one as well.
All right, I'll just do a charisma check then.
You can still use your proficiency if you're proficient.
He's not proficient.
Okay.
I'm not. No, I'm not proficient in. Okay. There we are. 22.
Ooh, that's not bad.
So
Listen to my cheerleaders over here. I love it.
you expected a few sparks to appear, but in your panic and distress, quite more bit of sparks just appear in the middle of the group that's already like spreading out a bit. And with your banging on the side of the cart and you're shouting, "Out of the way! Yeah! You see that this,
Go on, get it.
Go on, get it! And you see that this group just seems to be at least clearing a path enough for the cars to get through.
Awesome. I imagine that's the end of my turn then.
Yes, it is.
Then I will let go of the driver with my awkward hug. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. You guys see that a few of the rules behind you, they are not really catching up nor slowing down, and the elk and the beast behind you that you leave behind, on the sides of you, some of them just get jumped on by wolves and their throats get torn out, and a few just take a bite, but they just keep on running afterwards, leaving a big massacre of elk and deer behind. Yeah. A little bit further on, Hector, you are still trying to guide this party along a bit, as long as you can. And you do see in the distance appearing what looks to be a river and a bridge crossing this river, and a group of guards standing near it, and some carts actually standing by to get this load and this cargo off. The hills also seem to be separating a bit, but you also see that this last part of the terrain seems to be quite difficult, with all rocks like spread around the road itself, not necessarily to the side of it. And you notice that also the cart seems to be slowing down a little bit, while the beasts behind you have less problems getting over this kind of terrain.
Obviously. I will communicate this to people. Rocky terrain and a river ahead. We're almost there, guys.
Bark, you're up.
Okay, how close are they getting now?
20 feet.
20 feet, okay. As Hector is yelling this, if I just look at how far away are we from the bridge? Are we like close in the sense of like, if I just stay there, we will reach that, or is it like take us a little longer?
It's still a few 100 feet away.
Okay. Well, if they're 20 feet away, I will just continue just staying there, and if someone comes close enough actually to hit it, I will just hit it. But for now, do nothing else.
Okay. Alden.
Gonna blast the beast again with chromatic orb.
Go ahead.
Oh no! No! I rolled on that.
No! That sucks.
No!
So you fling this bolt, but because of the rough terrain, one of the cart wheels, the sleigh tracks just humps over a rock, and just fire your chromatic orb straight dead into the sky.
It's like fireworks. Woohoo! Magnificent.
What did I hit? Nothing.
You hit the sky.
The sky.
But I mean, maybe some of the
That's true.
guards
And the
saw
sky
that.
died, actually.
So you made a flare. Now people know where we are.
Did I just kill Knight?
Yeah, you just
Yeah, and
made
suddenly
the
became
It's broad daylight again.
somewhat there now.
I'm a god.
Now it's gone.
Verena,
Let there be light.
Yes.
you're up.
Well, I'm still blinded, right?
Yeah, you can possibly still do something.
Okay. I really can't do anything. I'm just gonna sit down and rub my eyes till I can start seeing again.
Okay. Thorsten.
Yeah. Do I see the beast?
Yes.
Good. And I will throw a guiding bolt at his face.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck my life. That's a 10.
Wow.
You throw a guiding bolt and it just lands next to him in the snow with a big poof of snow coming up.
I hate this land.
Hector.
Yeah. I also see the beast.
Yes.
Well, how fast are we going towards the?
Not as fast as you'd like to be going. You
Not
think the wolves
fast
are still
enough.
catching up to you within this terrain.
All right. I would like to copy Aladdin. I am going to attempt to cast chromatic orb with
Okay.
fire on the beast.
Go ahead. And you see this
I
time
would
on
like
the
to
other
light up the
side,
sky.
just as a first, as the guiding bolt hits the snow on the left, your chromatic orb hits the snow on the right, and it just leaves a patch of like molten snow.
Right.
At
Uh,
least.
I would like to fly for 5 squares to the left, 5 squares to the right.
Sure. You notice that because of this terrain that you've just been going through, that the wolves have been able to catch up towards the second sleigh. There are 3 wolves on either side that lunge towards the sleigh and towards the people on it, as well as this beast itself that takes a lunge and a bite.
Can I hit the beast then? If it
You
comes?
can do that after they do their attacks.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
If I
Well,
will
actually,
be
it's
so
when they
steady.
got close, not when they attack. So yes, you can do it first.
Yeah, okay. Very good. I mean, it's only one attack, so because we don't have double attacks or something. That is 14 plus, I believe, plus 5. so
Rage,
9.
rage,
A
rage,
hit.
I
rage.
can't. I don't have rage anymore. Actions. Yeah, that's a 19.
That's a hit.
Okay, 12 plus.
You wanted to rage? Just tell him that he can't have any biscuits.
That's
Yeah.
15 points of damage with my iron. Oh wait, it gets an extra 1d4, right? Because of the code iron.
Let
Or
me
does it
double
not?
check.
I rolled a 12 with a d12 at least, so it's 15 minimum.
Let me
And I
find
don't
my
know.
items.
Yeah.
Did you get max damage?
Yep, I got just max damage.
Nice.
This is a very good dice.
Can I borrow it?
I don't know. Here, take it.
Thank you.
But you know, it's the fumbles and fame colors, bronze letters,
No, it
and
just ignores
blue and-
resistances for
okay.
Shadowfey.
Okay,
Thank you.
but still 15 points of damage.
It seems to take a quite big cut somewhere along its chest. And it takes a howl and a gruff as it lunges towards you, trying to actually hit you.
Gonna become a werewolf now.
No.
That is a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Too bad.
Armor class 16.
Too bad. Nope.
I believe Ken is trying to kill me right now.
There's 3 more wolves on either side. Seeing as Vitamir and the servant are up front trying to guide the sleigh, these wolves are trying to target the people that are on the sleigh itself. We have here Verena, Bark, and Thorsten at the moment, right?
Verena is not with us. It's
Yeah,
only
she should
us. Our slate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She jumped over.
Like-
I missed
Epic
that.
style.
Sorry.
like 4 rounds ago or something.
Just like
I
all
missed that.
epic and stuff.
All right.
crazy.
Let me roll. No, wrong one.
Did Renee tell you about the time he got one shot by a cripple with no legs?
There will be 2 attacks on Thorsten and 4 attacks on Bark.
I'm gonna die.
4 attacks on Bark?
And 2 on me.
What could possibly go wrong?
How much HP did you have left, Bark?
19.
19.
You gonna die.
First attack
Yes.
Shut up.
is a miss. Second attack is a miss.
Against
It's on
me?
you, Bark, by the way.
Okay.
Third attack is a hit.
Okay.
And you take 13 points of piercing damage.
From 1 attack?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Sorry, no, wrong.
That
I
could have
rolled
killed you.
wrong dice. No, my bad. Wrong dice.
It's actually 33.
Insta kill.
Would not be quite enough to insta-kill me, but...
I was closer.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
Pussy.
And
12
then
left,
the
guys. 12 left.
Next attack. Is a 15 to hit.
That does not hit. Armor class 16.
Okay. You can roll a strength save actually for me.
Oh yeah, because of prone, right?
Yes.
That's a big fat nope. That's a natural 1.
You also are hanging on the side of the cart right now.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
And then there's 2 attacks on Thorsten.
Come and get me.
First one is a hit.
What did you roll?
Enough. It's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And roll a strength save.
17.
That's enough. And next
Finally,
hit is
you
with
rolled.
advantage because he has pack tactics now. And that's a natural 20.
God damn it.
Now it's max damage.
And you get 11 points of damage.
Oh shit.
That's 2 points from being down, right?
1
And a
point.
1.
1. Oh, you have 18.
Roll a strength
Oh,
save.
you got hit one before.
Yeah, roll a
What?
strength save.
That's a 14.
14 is enough.
Woohoo!
So you're holding on to your life, but not holding on to the card just yet.
It's because I have a rope on me tied.
Okay, and that's the round of the wolves and the beast. Next up, Bark.
Okay. If I just, because I'm hanging on the side of the cart, look ahead, how far away are we from the bridge?
Still a few hundred feet.
Fuck. Okay, then I will.
Actually, I have to roll something else first. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'll probably take damage, right?
No, for something else. Oh, you also get 1 point of damage. You're not hanging, are you?
Yes, I am,
Oh,
because
you
I rolled
are,
natural
so you
one
get
on
1
my
point of piercing damage.
strength
Yep.
save. Okay, still a few hundred feet away. Then I obviously will try to get up on the cart again.
Okay, roll a athletics check. You also notice all that the road ahead of you is quite clear up to the last up to the bridge itself. So it's the last part of the sprint, you think.
23.
And you manage to pull yourself up again onto the cart.
With my action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm so hurt, do I have anything? Nope. I would like wait, like, does it matter where I am on the cart to try to not get into? No, because they are attacking from the sides. It doesn't really matter where I'm standing, right?
Sides back, you're standing to the side and to the back of the cart anyway. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Well then, doesn't really matter. Can't do anything else. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Aladdin.
How far is the other card?
Yeah, about 10, 15 feet in front of this one.
You mean behind?
Yes,
Can I jump?
you can certainly try.
I mean, it's a running cart, right?
Roll me an acrobatics check.
You're gonna break your neck. You're just gonna break your neck. That's how it goes.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That was not good. That's not good. Okay. Okay. So I have a way to fix this. Let's see if DM buys it. So I was gonna do like Iron Man style, you know, like jump and like slam your hand. Then you do like Thunder Wave. But now it's just gonna be like me stumbling off the cart and landing as close to it as possible and doing Thunder Wave anyway.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Okay. Roll a dex save.
Holy shit.
Come on. Come on.
So 17.
You jump towards the second cart, but you misstep, missing it completely. But you do manage to just with one hand still hold yourself to the side of the cart itself, to the sleigh.
Can I still do Thunder Wave from the side of the cart?
No, that's your turn. So you're hanging to the side of the car right now. Of the sleigh. Farina.
Yeah, I get it.
So, is the beast or wolf or whatever it is in the cart now?
No, he's still on the back of it, but close enough to at least still try to snap at people inside of it.
Oh, okay. And I'm no longer blind, right?
No, you're not. You suddenly see these wolves like straight ahead of you, like straight in front of you.
Well, I can see it now, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna use vicious mockery on it.
sure. I have to roll a wisdom save then.
Yeah.
What should I see again? 11, right?
I think it was 11.
Then I make it. Yeah, I make it.
Okay, that was my action, wasn't it? Yeah, it was an action to do that. Well, shit. I hide. Can I hide? I can hide.
Sure, there's maybe somewhere you can duck behind or cover behind. Roll a stealth.
Bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hide behind me.
Nice. So you find like the tarp and an edge of it, a corner of it, seem to have come loose from all the driving around and the bumps and everything, and you just find a nice little spot where you can jump in and take the tarp and take it over yourself. So you're quite well hidden there, you think. Thorsten.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do.
What?
I'm just gonna do cure wounds on myself.
So you slam another rune on your shield, after which a bit of holy energy seems to emanate from it.
Yep. Ah, finally a good roll.
Not bad. So you heal for 8 points of healing. Anything else you might
Yes.
want to do?
Yeah, I want to move up in front of the slate.
To the front side of it?
Yeah, I don't want to get hit anymore.
Roll me a acrobatics check for that.
Alex? That's 12. I got -1 in that shit.
So you do
Way higher
manage
than
to
the
walk
average.
up to the front of the cart. However, there are 2 wolves that are still within range that snap at you while you do so. And they both have pack
What?
tactics. One is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
And one is I think, 19.
Ah, that hits. Back.
Oh, your AC is not 21 in this campaign?
No, my AC is 18. We don't make any money in this game. We just fumble around.
Well, if you
It does
we do make money.
7
But
points
it's
of
only
piercing
50 gold.
damage.
How much?
7 points of piercing damage. You can also roll a strength save for me.
Ah, 5.
And as he does so, you get knocked prone and still managing to hold yourself to one of the straps that attaches to the tarp on top of the cart.
Doesn't
You're
the rope that I tied to my...
Yeah, but at the moment you're not. Yeah, you could lose and get dragged on a rope if that's what you want. But at the moment you're still attached to the cart itself by your arms.
Okay, fair enough. Damn it.
I don't mind you letting go, and if you want to do that, go ahead. But
No. let's not do that.
Okay.
Not only with 2 HP left. Bad
Hector.
Yeah, I cast blindness on the beast.
Okay.
That's a Constitution saving throw.
Just saying, I
Roll
would say that you
bad.
could also use your inspirations to give a enemy disadvantage on a roll.
Then I would like to use my inspiration for that one.
Woohoo!
Good thing I held on to that one for what, 4th session?
Yeah.
I think you're really lucky in this roll. So you do see that a little bit of the rage in the eyes that you see coming from this beast seem to be darkened a bit, and yeah, it seems to be stumbling a bit and taking a few steps backwards. The rest of the wolves seem to have no effect by this, but he at least takes a few steps backwards, not knowing exactly where to go.
Okay, then I
Is
shout
he-
to all the others.
Technically,
Get rid of the beast. They all
may I
Cut
ask
out
a
of the
question
last
real
part
quick?
on that. Sorry, Oscar. Get rid of the beast,
Alright.
and then
And then I shout to all the other guys, get rid of the beast. If we lose that one, we'll lose all.
okay,
May I ask a question real quick?
sure.
Since you said like when the beast got blinded and it slowed down, right?
A bit.
So did it get out of melee range?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't call this like a forced move or a personal movement kind of thing. So I wouldn't give this an opportunity attack.
Nah. Nah.
Well, that's the end of my
I
turn.
dislike
Anyway.
it.
You know what? Actually, do one with disadvantage.
One with disadvantage. Well, technically, because it's blinded, I have advantage.
Just with
No.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
because-
that was just. Where's my second d20? Nope. Yeah. Ah, that's 10.
That's not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So you do take a swing and a miss.
Actually, it was double 5, so it was didn't even matter if it was with advantage.
Anyone else that
disadvantage or
will
anything.
still wants to try to hit it while it gets out of range?
Me.
I don't think you're in a position to be swinging at it.
I mean, you wanted to.
Ah,
head
come
to
on, one
dwarf.
hand up here, one here.
You're a dwarf. Just to remember you, you're a dwarf.
I have a warhammer.
Also, you ran a bit to the front of the card, so you're more to the front and the side of the card instead of to the back of it, you know?
Yeah, but I fell off, kinda. If I let go and swing, then can I?
Hector, you're up.
Please don't do that.
Hector,
Yeah.
you're up.
What, me again?
That was Thorsten just now,
He
right?
just
No,
That
No,
was
no,
just
no.
an
I
opportunity.
just got.
Well,
But Will, I don't mind taking another.
Hector,
wait,
Hector
you,
went.
you did your blindness. Yeah, sorry.
and the other was
okay.
reactions. Yeah.
Top of the initiative again, or the bottom in this case, and there's still 6 wolves that try to lunge at people, of which let's see.
You are not
I'm
gonna
not
hit
lying.
us. You are not gonna hit us.
Yeah.
You
Try
are
to
not
hit
gonna
us.
hit us.
Of which there will be 2 attacks on Thorsten. There will be 3 attacks on Verena and 1 attack on Bark.
I'm hidden.
That's actually true. Hidden with like 24 of stealth.
Sorry, you're hidden indeed. Let me roll again. My bad.
Oh no, why did I?
Just make it so much
You're
better
definitely
for
right.
We're dying, Thorsten. We're dying.
Yeah, probably.
11 hit points left.
Thorsten, with you hanging on the side of the card, you're an easy target for these wolves, and a few of them lunge at you.
All
God,
those dice.
Come
rolls.
on.
Back at you.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
18.
Oh. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh no.
1 hits.
Okay.
That's not a good thing.
It does 7 points of piercing damage.
It's a good thing that I tied myself to. Because
Oh, you're down.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
So on the
I
side
saw
of the
this
card,
coming.
Thorsten just gets hit by one of 4 wolves lunging at
Very
him.
nice.
I got to roll 1 with standard and the other 3 with advantage for pack tactics. I hit one of them. He seems to let go unconsciously, and about 10 feet behind the cart seems to be just bouncing up and down, being dragged along this rope on the
Like a
back of it.
fish.
Like a snack.
Like a snack. Like a lunch.
Meanwhile, there are 2 other wolves that are attacking Bark. They both have pack tactics.
Yeah.
One is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
That's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, still standing.
Oh.
And roll
Five
a
hit points
strength
left.
save, please.
Oh fuck yes, I forgot about that. That's 24.
That's enough. Second attack. It's a 15 to hit.
That misses. AC 16.
All right. As you all seem to be approaching the last part, and you have been racing through the last part of the race and the chase, the hills seem to be stopped just before the bridge itself and go towards the sides. The wolves that are still standing veer off with the one that was blinded and seems to still be veering off. There's a sort of a puppet hanging loose behind one of the carts on a rope. But you do reach the bridge itself. I'm gonna give Thorsten one failed death save for the fact that they still had to drive for a little bit before reaching the bridge itself. However, the wolves seem to have all disappeared along with the beast itself along the hills.
Let's chase him down, guys.
Good idea.
No?
Let's go.
The
I'm
sleighs
on
all pull the reins and they stop at the bridge where a few guards stand ready with crossbows and bows to potentially fire at any straggler wolves that might have been chasing you. What do you guys want to do?
Check on Thorst.
Yeah. Since I don't have a healing potion, I would just the card stopped now, right?
Yes, the cart stopped, you have stopped, and Thorsten's laying there bleeding out.
I will just jump down the cart and like try to like look after wounds that I can probably like take care of just with like some cloth and like
Alright.
stop.
Bruno is
him
jumping
bleeding.
out as well, so I'll have
Yeah,
you roll a
oh.
a medicine check with advantage then.
I'm assisting. I know how the cuts work.
Okay, medicine. You say?
Yes.
Where is medicine? Oh, that's the straight +0. 13.
13 is enough, and you manage to bind him and put a little bit of pressure onto his wounds, making sure that the rattling sounds that his breath was making isn't so anymore, and he seems to be in a stable condition.
Oh, by the way, whenever I use cloth, I need to rip apart a little bit of my kilt because I don't have any cloth with me by now. So.
Okay.
You know, my kilt just gets shorter and
So you're
shorter. I
ripping-
need to buy
You're
another one.
ripping
at
up
some
your
point.
already minuscule amount of clothing to even
Yes,
more
Of course.
vocative.
Like I did build a Molotov cocktail now and secured.
revealing all the bark skin underneath.
Ooh, wait.
Ken,
Yes.
can we maybe have a break?
Yes, it would be a good moment to add a break, actually.
Oh yes,
So,
please.
guys, watching, we'll be back in just a short little bit. Be sure to stay here. We're not going anywhere. So, see you in a bit. Here we go. Hello! Look at the... Someone's eating ice cream, other people are waving. Hello! Welcome back to Famos and Fame Place Strahd. We're here with our lovely little party as they just experienced the sleigh ride of slaughter, where they have been chased by a big pack of wolves and the beast that is their main story objective at this point. Thorsten was knocked out of the sleigh being down, but has fortunately enough been stabilized by his party members. Thorsten, roll a dice 4 for me, please.
3.
So you would wake up in 3 hours with 1 hit point if you do not receive any other means of healing. So, Vitamir walks up to you guys and there's just a big thankful look on his face and says, I honestly thank you very much for what you have done for me here. I hope your friend is alright, but you have certainly made sure that I was able to get out of there without anything happening for me. I thank you for this.
I think a bonus is in order, don't you think?
I might be able to get something additional out of this for this occasion, yes.
Perhaps a healing potion for a friend here.
Unfortunately, that's not something I do carry amongst my stock.
I will just kneel down and untie Thorsten and lift him up. So carry him with me.
Mm-hmm. I will set up camp here at least until morning because I don't think the horses are in a good condition to get back as well. We will then transfer the goods onto the carts, and I will leave with my current new escort afterwards. If you would be able to possibly take the stays back in the morning towards the manor.
Are you staying on this side of the
I'm not
bridge?
going back there.
Oh wait, we crossed the bridge and are on the other side already, right?
Yeah,
Because yeah, okay.
and the guards have already seemed to have set up some kind of camp with a campfire
Yeah,
and
okay.
some tents here for at least spending the night.
Well, I'm not going back tonight.
No, I'm definitely not.
Yeah,
Rest
we
is
should take a
probably-
rest here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So you set up Thorsten comfortably and also find a spot for yourself. You do notice that the guards are being instructed to take guard rotations throughout the night as well. They seem to be probably well capable of holding off at least some wolves if need be. And you also, of course, have the river itself that they would need to pass, so only the bridge as an access point, which they seem to be defending quite well. And you manage to find a nice spot to spend the night if you wish to do so.
Should we post guards as well?
If you want.
Faith that the guards here do a proper job.
I think we're good. Hope so.
So you want to set up guards?
I would like to, since Thorsten is down, just to make sure that nothing happens.
Okay.
I mean, he's gonna be out cold. So we may have to stay more than just a regular.
Okay.
Please remember to
No.
stay close to the microphone.
Sorry?
Please remember to stay close to the microphone because otherwise you cut off.
Oh, okay. Well, I suggest we leave a guard for
Okay, you cut off either way. I don't know.
since he's out. Well, since he's out, we may have to stay here for.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like that idea. But I'm going to bed first.
I'll take whichever.
I can go first.
Do I have dark vision?
Who's
Because I
next?
don't think I have. Just let me check.
Who takes second watch then? Okay, Verena, third watch.
I would take the last one and hope that it's already like sunrise at that point because I don't have dark vision.
All right, that should be fourth watch then.
Yeah.
I'll take the third one then.
All right. So you set up your watch duties and communicate with the guards as well that they help out, making sure that people wake up at the right moment. And you spend the night quite well. You do hear some wolf howling from amongst the hills towards the southeast, but nothing really that happens during the night. And you wake up well rested. And the next morning, also Thorsten wakes up with being full rested, long rested, and you just slept from those 3 hours and 8 hours after that. You were just out cold. And everybody's had a long rest. Also, as you're being well rested and you feel quite well about what has happened, you notice, Bark, your muscles might have strengthened a little bit. Verena, you're just a little bit more flexible and fast than normal. Thorsten, You feel that your runes might be a little bit stronger than before. Hector, you feel that your innate magical bloodline power seem to be more aligned with the nature around you. And Aladdin, for you, your feeling of magic and your surroundings seems to have improved a bit. Guys, you have just leveled up.
Oh god, I was expecting a different thing for the first sentences, but that's okay. Level 4 is quite nice.
I thought it was never going to happen.
Well, classes.
So should we just quickly level up
Barbarian.
now?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, level 4 is just
Uh,
ability improvement, I guess, right?
There's some
So-
spells to be
It's
sought
gonna-
out, and let's
It's gonna
just,
take a bit. I want to take a feat, and I don't know what feat yet.
So people who haven't decided on stuff yet, decide now, and other ones that have decided, let's just work through it like a little bit slowly, so our viewers can watch it a bit as well. That people that haven't gotten used to it maybe yet. So Bark, maybe for you it's quite easy, isn't it?
For me, it's just ability score improvement, and that's it.
And you went
And-
for an ASI, or did you go for a feat?
I go for strength, put up strength on 18. So.
So no great weapon fighting for you?
Oh wait. That's actually not a bad idea at all. Let me just look that up. Great. That's great weapon master, right?
Great weapon master means you can get a -5 to your to hit, and if you do hit, you get a
Yeah.
+10 to damage. Plus, if you reduce someone to 0 HP or roll a critical hit, you can use
I
a
can do
bonus
a bonus
action for
action,
the
okay.
additional attack.
I mean, I only get a +5 on attacks by now, so that's pretty whack.
You also get your, of course, being a barbarian, you get your advantage from your attacks and stuff like that. So
Oh right, I have advantage. That's actually I didn't consider that because I had.
So do you
co-
want the
could use-
+1 to hit and the +1 to damage, or the occasional plus?
At some point, I will get a belt of giant strength, and then we're going to be fine. So, yeah, I'm going to take great weapon master. That's actually true.
Okay. Thorsten, you have an idea yet?
What I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Just gonna put my abilities pretty much. Also, I'm getting some spells.
So what abilities are you getting?
Let's see. I'm getting one in wisdom and one in strength. They're both in 16.
Okay.
We are rolling for the hit points again, right?
Yes.
Because it edited that automatically, but then I just roll the d12 in fantasy grounds. It's not a 1 this time!
Renee, you should check out the heavy armor master feat, by the way.
One more time.
Check out the heavy armor master feat. You
I
increase
will.
your strength score by 1, and while you're wearing heavy armor, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons is reduced by 3.
Yeah, but I really need to get my
Alright, just saying.
thing I do is completely useless.
Okay, Verena.
All I get is a feat. I'm trying to see what I want. Are we rolling our hit points on here? And whatchamacallit?
Yeah, we're rolling for hit points.
So how do I? What is that again?
It's a D8 for you, or is it D10 actually? Rogue D8. Just roll a D8. Add your Constitution modifier. All right. So that's plus 6 max HP, right?
Yeah. I don't know what feat I want right now. But that's all I get is a feat. I don't get anything else.
Yeah, feat or an ASI.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do that. Then the spellcasters, Aladdin. You have an idea?
I'm gonna go with a feat, but I'm unsure which one. Right now, I'm thinking spell sniper.
That gives you what?
Spell sniper. It doubles my range on attack spells. It ignores half cover and 3/4 cover,
Mm-hmm.
and I learn another cantrip.
Sounds fairly good, right?
Yeah. So I'm either considering that or I'm
Which one?
lucky.
Ah, lucky. Okay. That's always a good one.
I think I need a bit more to consider it.
Hector?
I have no clue whether I pick feat any ability. And spells wise, I get one. I have considered to switch one of my first levels for, but I don't think I want to do that actually. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you just get an additional... Oh, you get an additional cantrip and the spell known. Yeah, let's just get through the level up and we can get back to the game.
I think I'm gonna go with defensive duelist.
Okay, what does that give?
Fuck my life.
How much are you at now, Thorsten?
Thorsten, you can take the average roll instead.
What? Why was I not allowed to do that the last 2 times?
Because the last 2 times that didn't count.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna roll now.
Okay.
Fuck. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, then you can take the average as well.
A 3. That's a 3 plus
four.
1.
46, it's 4.
For d6 it's a 4.
It's 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get 5 more health.
How much HP are you all at now?
How much did you get, Hendrik?
I rolled a 7 in fantasy rounds. So because I have +3 on Constitution, I just let it be the average 10 I got added automatically.
Alright. So you were
So
at
just-
26 before.
No,
Yes.
29.
Sorry, 29. Yeah, cool.
Because I rolled a 1 the last time or one before. I don't know.
So
I have -6 from the average right now.
is everybody leveled up then? Also make sure that you level up in Fantasy Grounds. So what did you go for, by the way, Bark? Did you go for the feet?
Yeah.
Cool.
Added the feet already.
Farina, what did you take? The defensive duelist?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Sure. Defensive duelist.
Basically,
Oh,
while wielding a weapon I'm proficient in, I can add my proficiency bonus to my AC for when I get attacked,
Okay.
potentially causing the attack to miss.
If you look at the dual wielder as well yet?
But don't you also get like at level 5, rogues get that ability where they can have damage using their reaction?
Yes.
So just consider that you might have another way to use your reaction at level 5.
We're level 4 now.
Yeah, but next level he gets
Yeah, okay, next
another
yeah.
use for his reaction.
Okay, yeah.
Were you talking about that defensive duelist?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it costs you a reaction to use it, and it also takes your reaction to half your damage when you get to level 5 with your evasive maneuvers.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do like this one better. I'm gonna go with dual wielder.
All right.
What does dual wielder do?
You can use two weapon style fighting when the weapons are not light. So that's one thing.
And then
you
I can draw at the same
stow-
time.
Yeah, you can draw a stow two weapons, two one-handed weapons, plus you get a +1 to AC when wielding two weapons.
Oh, that's
Which
really
I
nice.
That is really
basically
nice.
do already.
That's
Yeah.
much better,
'Cause she's
especially when you
already
get the
using-
others use for your reaction.
So because Farina's already using like daggers and stuff, and main offhand, that's already a good bonus. And if you get a better weapon with that, like rapiers and stuff, that's really good. All right. So Thorsten, you got your ASI. Farina got a feat. Hector.
I still have no clue. Can I pick whatever I want to pick after?
Yeah, sure. At least
No, just roll-
level up your character so the rest gets added.
Sorry?
You'll get the hit points, yeah.
Yeah. I never considered, because usually I have it planned out, but how much roll as a sorcerer for hit points? Is it 1 to 6?
Yeah.
I think it's a, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a D8.
Is it a D8? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let me double check.
Oh, you can roll it for me. No. You. Yeah, I'll roll it. Actually, I should watch this cursor first, but
Well, it's
I'll
my
do it anyway.
mouse, so
Oh, okay.
D6. It's a D6.
you can take the average, right?
Yeah, it's on D6.
But the average is a 3, right?
It's 4.
Average
Okay.
is 4.
So I can choose the average instead?
Yeah.
No,
Or-
not after I roll, can I?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay,
it's
well,
not-
I would like to choose the average then.
Yeah, sure.
How much HP are you all at now?
It's +2, my constitution modifier. 2 max.
And be
Running
sure to
through-
level up your character as well on Fancy Grounds.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
And Aladdin, you said on it?
I'm gonna go spell sniper.
Awesome! Then I will go lucky. No, I think I'm actually.
So you were at 17 before, right? So what did you roll? A 4 plus
22
2?
he's on. I just fixed it. It was 22.
Okay. And how much did Hector get again? Also average, right? Sorry,
Yeah,
Aladdin.
average. But it was
Aladdin's
just, it was
is
just done.
already.
Okay.
You can give me some more life if you want to.
That should be it for now. So yeah, everybody wakes up stronger than ever before. What do you guys want to do?
I want to stretch because
I wanna run!
that sucked, guys. like, really. I mean, I can't say this enough. I hate this place.
But I mean, at least we know what kind of beast we're up against now for sure, right?
Well, we actually knew that ahead of. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
I
You
don't
got cut out
understand.
again.
Yeah.
Am I falling out?
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
So go again. What did you say?
Well, at least we know what kind of beast the beast is. I just forgot to tell you guys. I knew it. Sorry.
So it is the greater wolf were, right?
Yeah. Well done, Bach. By the way.
So easy to claim
I
that you
mean,
knew.
my javelin just
Right.
splintered upon it, so I figured it had to be this one.
What gave it away for you?
The javelin that splintered.
The what? Sorry.
My javelin. I threw a javelin at him, and it didn't do anything. It just splintered apart and was shattered.
Oh. Right. Well, that was a much easier way to figure it out than I did.
Yeah. Well, actually, do we know if we wound the creature? Because it
We do.
is a cursed humanoid, right? Is the humanoid then wounded as well?
I
While you
imagine
say
so.
this, Vitimir approaches you, and he says, I cannot thank you enough for what you have done for me last night. I did find something though, and he pulls out a human's tooth.
A what tooth?
A human's tooth. I pulled this molar out of the side of the first sleigh after it bit it, and it seems to be a human tooth for some reason.
Sweet.
And
Sweet.
he gives you guys the tooth. So you might, that's what I found. Also, I think if you ever came to my store, I would be more than happy to help you out with whatever you need. Also, if you would require stuff to sell or even healing potions, which I actually have back at my store, I would be more than happy to supply you with these. Might you ever need to come to there?
Where might your store be?
I live in Velaki.
Velaki?
Where the fuck is Velaki?
It's to the northwest of Barovia.
Oh, outside Barovia.
No, it's within Barovia. It's one of the villages here, one of the towns.
So it's basically the way where we're heading right now, right? Like where we.
Yeah, it's further along.
Yeah,
the
but we're
path.
heading back soon. Well, we'll make sure to stop by it sometime. If not to buy anything, just
Also,
safely home.
this is for this is my thanks for you helping me out, and he gives you a small little pouch of gold. And when you look into it, there's 100 gold pieces in it,
Oh, thank you.
which is a bit more than was bargained for, probably.
Yeah.
And
I guess we're dividing that.
I'll just hang on to it.
He also says, I've loaded over
I don't
my
think
cards.
so.
I loaded over my cards, because if there's anything that you might want from this right now, you are happy to take one item each.
What
I
items
need a
are there on?
crossbow.
He has a few little packs of wolf skins and other kinds of skins. There seems to be some.
Does he have wolf's bane?
Some wolf carvings within some wood. Let me double check. Yeah, it's mostly furs, really.
Okay.
They
He
seem
said
to
we could
be,
take one
like,
thing.
really warm and thick. Sorry, what was that, Frida?
What did he say we could take? Just one thing?
Yes.
Take a wolf skin.
Sure. So you take out a wolf skin that's a little bit more furry and thick than the other one you have right now. The other one that you cut out.
Yeah.
Does he have just normal clothes?
No.
Okay.
This is all I have on me right now. The rest I have at my store.
Okay.
And I still have that money. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Verena, how about sharing what you just got?
This is our party bank right here. I am your party bank. It's gonna stay with me.
I think Bach should be the party bank.
I have a
Why?
big ass chest. You can put all the party bank
Yeah,
stuff in there.
exactly. Where else to put your gold than in the chest? Let's
You
put
have
it
a
in Bach's
Wait,
chest.
wait, wait. You have a chest, really?
I have a chest strapped on my back. And I just turn around and get on my knees so you can actually like.
He actually
didn't
has
know
like
that.
a chest on his, it's like a big Goliath with his chest strapped to his back.
There is actually attached to the chest a keg with a tap on it that we bought.
That's attached to the
before we got-
underside too of it with a.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Right.
I forgot that.
Right.
Beer.
All right, then yeah.
That's true.
I'll put it in the chest.
Bless you.
Yeah, the
I
chest has plenty of room for putting in gold pouches and stuff. Might be a good place to keep it. Yeah.
Okay. I will just.
Also,
Right
more
down.
gold pieces is more weight, right? And you rather be flexible and fast.
I will just create another item in my chest with 100 gold pieces.
So Barks is the party bank.
Yay!
All right.
Party bank.
He also shows you that the sleighs that he got the day before, that they are ready to go the other way again.
Are you guys ready to
Are we?
Yeah. Earlier, well, yesterday we talked about going to see what's his name, Lovrank, but I was figuring that since we did some damage to the beast, and since the beast has lost a tooth, perhaps we should go and see if we can find out who may be hurt or missing a tooth
Actually,
in the town.
that's a good idea. Whom of you is a Hector Aladdin? One of you is a woman, human.
What?
Is one of you a human?
I am.
Aladdin.
Okay, because I don't know about teeth and stuff, but I'm
I
like,
don't think it's his tooth.
can you just smile for me, please? And then I would try to like figure out what teeth,
It's
what
a
tooth
molar.
it is. It's a what?
It's a molar.
Molar. Ah, okay. So we know what to look out for. In the back, right?
Yeah. One of the bigger teeth in the sides of your mouth. So,
So
not one you
not-
would initially
not too
see.
easy.
I learned something today. Didn't knew.
Så hvad er molar med sådan en molar?
Okay, so basically we just don't go back to this town now and ask everyone to make
I don't get it. Oh. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
We just need to go back to town now. Make
Well,
them
that's my
build a line,
suggestion, but
and then
I
they
don't
all
know.
have to make and we can see if they have all the motives.
I don't think we're gonna do that, but perhaps we're
But it's a good
gonna
idea, though.
laugh of just pat the shoulder.
Also,
Even reason.
I
mean,
burned one. I burned the beast, didn't I?
Yeah, you heard it.
I mean, I
and you
cut it
did
with
as
my
well,
great
right?
axe. Can I actually remember where I cut it with my great axe? Because I gave him like 15 points of a
Somewhere
slashing.
along the front side of him.
Okay, so probably not.
So whoever it is may be bandaged beneath their clothes, and upon if we pat their wounds, it may hurt. So if we could get any
if we just-
reason, any proper reason to like a shoulder tap like that. Perhaps
Oh,
that
that's a
would
good idea.
reveal who's wounded, but we would have to.
I volunteer to check if
Well, I sure won't.
I can volunteer to figure out because if the wolf was a woman, and I cut it over her chest, I would volunteer to figure out if she has a wound on her chest.
You want to go through all your manly charm in there.
Okay.
Behave now, Bark. You can have a cookie.
Actually, can I have a cookie for
I
breakfast?
don't mind who figures out manner.
That's the lost cause.
Holy shit. This is
I
going to
will
be
do
so
my
good.
best, anywho. So is it back to the town then?
I guess it is. But
I
I
mean-
think we should travel through daylight.
It is daylight now, right? We took a long rest.
Yes.
All right.
Can't just one of you
And
guys
I wouldn't
do some
have
magic
it
shit?
another way either. Sorry, Buck.
Can't you do just magic shit and teleport us back or something? I mean, you magic users do that, right?
What teleporting? What?
Us. So we don't have to walk through the forest again.
I can't teleport.
No, of course you can't. I mean, we're level 4, so of course you can't. But Mark doesn't know that.
No. Well, sure, I can teleport back, but I can't just round all my abilities in front of everyone. Because then everyone would be asking me favors, you know?
Oh, that's actually pretty smart, yeah.
Like you know, you're much stronger than you pretend. We all know that, but it's only us that know that. Everybody else don't know,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I understand that.
He's carrying a motherfucking chest on his back.
Are you trying to sugar Bark up?
I'm
One
just
of
saying.
us.
Both
I think it
of
was
you.
the opposite, but yeah.
Oh, Bart, by the way, I have this extra cookie. Do you want it?
I mean, I
Come
think
on.
the breakfast, yeah.
I think we need to invent the toothbrush.
The what? The the toothbrush. Ah, I thought you said the douche brush.
We can invent that too for you. When you get too douchey, we could brush you down.
That's what I was thinking.
So
the
everybody's
tooth, like teeth.
everybody's having some nice morning banter after a stressful night, lightening up the mood a bit, getting ready, packing up your things, and loading up 'em up on the 2 sleighs that you are instructed to bring back. You also see on the other side of the bridge, there's a little bit of a cabin, maybe, where you see a guy sitting in front on this rocking chair and a big pipe in his mouth, smoking, and he's just
Gandalf.
looking at the scenery and looking around at you, looking what's going on, and you step onto your sleighs, and as you pass this, he just gives you a wave. You have the chance to interact with him if you want, and he seems to be some kind of shack with the guy there.
What's your name?
Oh, hello. People call me old man Vikov.
Gesundheit. What?
Old man Vikov, if you will.
Are you
He
called
said-
old man because you're old?
And he just pulls his beard a bit and his hair, and it's like bright white.
Okay, I guess that's a yes.
He said,
Here.
Sorry?
what is his name? I heard the old man.
Old man Vikov. Vykov. It's a guy.
VI or BY?
V.
Ah,
Um,
almost.
You also see he's smoking a pipe, like some bag next to him that seems to be open a bit. You can see some pipe weed in that. and he seems to be missing an eye as well.
Is he a what?
He's missing an eye.
An eye.
An eye.
Awesome. I will approach him slowly, not cautiously in any way, but just strolling towards him.
Oh, hello.
Old man, what are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, I maintain some few basic provisions, like some horseshoes and some wineskins, some pelts for foxes, rabbits, and wolves. And I just hang around here a bit, make some small money and trades. And I have a story to tell for the people that are interested, of course. That's what I like to do.
You win.
Bark likes stories over here.
Is it an interesting story or is it a boring story?
Depends on which story you want. I have a few to tell.
A story of local law.
I'll be happily able to tell you a story. I mean, if you look at my little bag of pipeweed, it could always add a little bit, use a little bit of addition from some other places that I haven't visited yet. Could you supply me with some? I would be happily supplying you with at least a drink of wine and a good story.
I have some good old dwarven tobacco.
Oh, that's something I haven't had in a quite long while. I would be happily taking some of that for a good story. Please sit down.
Of course.
Sit down. We don't hear you, Renee.
I sit down and hand him some tobacco.
I'm just
he stuffs
sitting.
his pipe with it, and he puts a little bit more into his tobacco bag, and then hands that to you, so you can take some of his tobacco in trade. You know.
Time for some early morning beer out of a cask.
I'm not really the beer fanatic. I'm more of the wine that comes from the winery far west. They don't call him the Wizard of Wines for nothing.
Okay.
Sort of what?
The Wizard of Wines.
They call him that.
Of wines?
The Wizard of Wines, yes, far to
Hear
the
about
west.
him already?
The Wizard of Wines.
How did you?
How do I get what?
How did you come upon that name?
Yeah, that's what they call him because he's an absolute wizard with the wines that he makes.
It's not his
Are you
name.
an-
It's the one where he buys his wine from, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you an actual wizard by any chance?
I wouldn't know. You'd have to ask him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They just got it.
Yeah. Okay. It's not him. It's the one he buys his wine from. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not a story I'm here to tell. I have something to tell a little bit more about this place and more other local stuff. You know, long ago, before the old Svalage road connected to the Gansiskov with the village of Borovia, fur traders used to sell their pelts at a wooden bridge spawning this very creek. And according to local lore, Dr. Van Richten even purchased hides of rare beasts for his studies from the traders here. These days, however, fur traders travel to the village instead and only use the bridge as a place to water their horses before hurrying on, just like your comrades of this that you've left on the other side. But we remember well the tale of one of their fellows, Vasily Holtzfoot. Strahd himself favored Vasily's daughter, but the wicked Vasily coveted his daughter for himself, and instead offered Strahd the pelt of any rare beast. Amused, Strahd demanded a unicorn's pelt. Vasily tried to cheat the count with a fake pelt, but his ruse was transparent. It is said Vasily was drowned in the creek by the very pelts he attempted to pawn.
That was the story.
I have
Vasily was drowned.
In the river, in the creek,
Uh-huh.
by the pelts he tried to cheat Strahd with, right? That was it?
sorry.
Vasily tried to cheat Strahd. Well,
Yeah, and then the rock he tried to cheat him in smothered him and drowned him in the creek.
All right. Well, how about a story about yourself?
About what? And you see him looking away a bit, hiding his eye as well.
Well, I mean, you visit all these kind of places. Well, we visit all places, meet so many people. We rarely hear their stories. They always tell everyone else's. But I mean, your life, you have lived a full life longer than ours. You probably have some great stories of your own.
I have some other local folklore to tell. Maybe the story of Barking Piet.
Does he have an eye patch over the eye he lost, or just an
Yeah,
open?
he does.
Are you asking Sparga?
I am asking a Spark upon to do
Um,
something stupid. But
When you say that, he looks at you a little bit angrily, and he just mutters something about the hag. Stupid hag.
let me just roll that. Yeah, okay. So, Bark, aka I, am just going to take one big finger, poke his eye patch.
You're not
I'd be
like
like-
standing in front of him or anything. You're sitting
I thought-
down.
Yeah, I was thinking that I can like bow forward and poke at him.
As soon as you reach out to him, he already like moves back.
How about a story about how this happened? That looks like a pretty damn good story.
No, that's not a story for me to tell. I have other ones to tell though.
Well, how about
How about a
has this
story about
always
the
been your
hag?
profession? Going around telling stories?
I have a story about a nice little fellow called Sorjay the Justifier, the first boyar of this place. I also have a story to tell about Barking Piet. You
Did
never heard
any one
him?
of those cut out your eye?
On
Fuck.
second thought, it might be better if you guys
Leave,
to leave.
leave the matter.
Bark the charm.
Damn it, Bark.
I apologize for we
You're cutting out like 90%.
oh
Closer to the mic.
lovely. I tell Valaki, I apologize for our friend. We will leave you alone, and we didn't ruin your thing. Good day to you. And then I leave.
Yeah, I guess I do too.
Enjoy the tobacco.
I definitely will. Thank you very much, my dear friend.
And we wave.
And you take off?
Yeah. When we are far enough from, I turn to Bag and I say, Bag, when people don't always have to. Do you know what I understand? Do you know what I mean?
Not really, no.
No, okay. Well, if I offer you milk and biscuits or a beer, and you say you want a beer, I know you want biscuits, even though you say beer. And it's the same thing with this guy. He didn't want to tell you about his eye. What I'm saying is sometimes people aren't saying the clear answer, so you have to understand what they really want. You get me here?
Yeah, but his other stories were boring. I wanted to know about his eye patch.
I wanted to know about it too, but you know, it's just like, again, the milk and cookies. If you want the best cookie, you have to soak it in the milk for a while for it to be good. So you have to speak to him and get to know him before you get to the meat, you know? Oh well, the soaked cookie in the case.
What
So-
does
so-
have the meat to do with it again now?
What the beast has to do with it? Nothing.
No, the
nothing
meat.
at all.
The meat.
Oh,
You
the
just
meat.
talked
Oh, I'm
about
sorry.
meat.
Well, this particular cookie is a meat cookie.
Okay.
Yeah, we should invent meat cookies, guys.
Bacon
That
cookies.
would be the
Pies
best
are invented
ration
already,
ever.
right?
Burger, steak, sort of thing.
It's a pie.
It's a
Pies
pie.
are a thing already back then, right? Meat pies.
If
Yeah.
we invent the meat cookie, can we then invent the burger? And then we could maybe open up a place called McDonald's.
Represent.
Yeah.
All
Bring it up.
planned. All scripted.
But
Well,
You
as
guys
soon as we
heard
leave
it.
Barovia. Sorry, Daniel. I interrupted
Fine.
you.
I was gonna say, did you guys hear he said something about the hag?
I didn't catch much of what he was saying. You mean the old man?
Yeah, the old man. When we started talking about his eye, he said something about the hag.
Oh, maybe we should go back and ask him about it.
No.
No, but we already know there's a hag around that we have to deal with.
Well,
Maybe
there
we
should
should
be
go
plenty.
hunt the hag and ask her about it.
Which one of them?
Wait,
Oh yeah, there are three of them, right?
There were
Well,
three.
according to what we've been told so far, there should be plenty.
okay.
I can't remember. Did we ever go talk to was he the druid? The old
Yeah,
guy with the
Merhe.
long beard. Did we talk to
Yeah,
him?
yeah. We did. He was the guy in the inferno.
Yeah, did
The,
we
the
ask
one who
him?
made Bach cry.
By the way, you're talking while you're riding the sleighs and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. We're on the road.
you're not really proficient in riding a sleigh, but at a standard pace, you amongst yourselves are able to at least get them through along the path properly.
Sure.
And yeah, you
Can
can have
we
the chats during that.
Quick note: can I learn?
You cut out.
I learned another cantrip, and I learned "Told the Dead."
Okay,
Just letting you know.
sure.
When we're riding back, I assume we're taking the same way back as we took yesterday night.
I would assume the same.
Yeah.
Isn't really another road. You can go on the side of the road, but soon you'll encounter hills to get through.
Yeah,
if you
no,
get that.
because if we take the same road, I would try to remember when at which point the werewolf beast jumped out of, and if I remember this place, I would ask the group to stop there.
Okay, well that's around when you reach the other side of the hills, actually,
Yeah.
because they chase you through the hills entirely. Is
I
there
mean, I don't
anything
know
else you
if
wanna-
I
guys wanna chat
remember.
about on the way.
I don't know.
Just making sure I don't interrupt that before going on.
Rena, do you have a sister?
Hmm.
Do you have a sister?
I have three sisters.
Oh, that's nice. See, I mean, I don't think I got a chance with you. Maybe you could arrange something.
What are you asking?
I'm not sure.
Your blessing, I think.
You even meet my
Since
sister.
I don't dare to ask for your hand.
I think he's still a bit
Yeah,
dizzy from yesterday. Should I hit him? Maybe he's like, this will fix him.
No, he's alright. He's alright.
Okay.
You have to meet him. I'll let you decide that for yourself.
I would love to meet them.
Then you have to meet my mom, my grandma. You have to meet them all.
Oh, I guess we have to have a trip to the under.
The what?
The dark.
Did you say Underdark?
My bad. Wrong law. I reload.
I was like,
This
say
was
I'm
a-
not from the Underdark.
This was a simple glitch.
What you do, you don't
He had
know.
his speed.
You don't know a lot about
that.
don't know a lot about tieflings, but tieflings are usually either people that have somehow had their blood or their heritage affected in some way by either fiendish or a demonic blood, but they don't necessarily have to come from like fiendish parents, but it could also be like fiendish parents together getting other fiendish kids, you know?
Yeah.
So she could have
So-
sisters that are like just normal humans, even you wouldn't know.
Cool.
So back to the topic on hand.
Which one of them?
Yeah, which one? There's too many.
Your sisters?
No, not my sisters. This hag. Do we want to deal with her yet?
Well, I think
We sent Murhay to find them, or we at least wrote a letter to him to sort of seek them out for us.
and perhaps he seeked us out instead. I really think the first point of issue right now is to go and see every of the main suspects of the investigation and see if we can find anyone wounded or missing, not showing up for appointments, something like that. And hopefully it should be a quick investigation of the town, although we have never found Sedomir so far. But if everyone seems to be in town and be well, that might point us towards Sedomir.
Yeah.
If Rusina is suddenly gone, we'll may point to her.
So we're gonna
What
go
if
check
they're
out.
all gone?
Then we
Well,
have a
if they're all
problem.
gone, they're all the beast. No, I don't know. They shouldn't all be gone. I would think so.
But it's a good plan. I mean,
Yeah.
let's get back to I name fast as possible. And
Draziskov,
no, that's the place where we are. It's called
Volchikov Manor.
yeah, Altercroft Manor. Let's
Yeah,
get
the manor
there.
grounds.
Just to throw in a little, I don't know, idea in there. How about we stop where the werewolf, whatever thing, the wolf were, attacked us, and maybe look for more hints of where this beast came from, and maybe it has a lair even that we can find there, because it probably won't be there at daytime, right?
Well, you are man of the wild, and I imagine you're a great tracker. So, if you believe
I'm
that
actually
you
only decent.
find any
but-
clues, by all means. I think that's a great idea. I mean, if it's an hour's delay, I don't see any problem. And if we find a track leading to a lair, I don't care how long it takes. We should do it. Great idea.
Does it earn me a cookie?
Sure, Bug. I mean, you don't have to earn the cook. These are for all of us. I mean, take the whole bag as long as you don't need.
Okay.
You are a
get it.
bank after all. I trust you, man. I trust you.
Okay.
And I
They
have
trust you not to
back.
eat all of them.
No.
I'll eat all of them over the next, like, however long it takes us to get to this place. They're like empty
Okay,
in 2
we'll-
minutes.
We'll take that lesson.
Okay, so you guys have by now traversed the hills themselves, and on the other side, you find the place where the most of the animals, as well as the beast itself, have attacked you before the night, and you also see like tracks in the snow besides the road, indicating this.
When it was snowing, I totally forgot that it was like
It's
cold.
not snowing at the moment, or nor as it
No,
last
no, but
night, but it's snowy area.
I totally forgot that it is that cold in this area. But okay, that totally.
Volbak, you're in the.
You're almost naked.
I mean, I'm. That's actually a Goliath feat, right? That you have no problem with like cold.
I think you do, yeah.
That's the giant part in you.
Mountain born is
Yep.
the.
He has no issues with it whatsoever. It's like almost he performs better in this condition, you know.
Part in you.
I can
Sorry.
also
Okay.
like everything down under 20,000 feet is like not even a problem for me with like air or whatever. Okay.
So, yeah, you reach the.
Volbak,
point
you're
where
the point guy. If
Go ahead.
with anything in investigating tracks, anything like that, you let us know.
Do I see anything?
There's a lot of tracks.
Now go track.
There's a lot of tracks because there's like tracks of a lot of wolves in the snow around here.
Yeah, but do I remember because the wolf jumped at me from the side, right?
From somewhere. You can't really recall from where.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, then I will just look like next to the road, on the left and the right side for a moment and see if I can find anything.
Roll a survival check for me.
I will give him guidance.
Oh, thank you. That's an extra
Rebound.
D4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check what survive. But I think it's
Take
plus
my, I take
0.
my guidance rune
Oh
gloves
no,
and
survival is plus
smack
2.
him in the ass.
Ooh.
That's a natural 16 plus 2 is 18 plus 3 is 21.
So you do find like tracks that are bigger than the rest of the wolves. However, when you try to track them deeper into the woods, it seems that at certain points, because of the coverage of the trees itself, the snow hasn't come down as much. So the tracks seem to be just dissolving into the same kind of tracks that you found before. And you can't really discern which way the bigger tracks go, nor is there a specific direction that the other wolves' tracks come from. They just
No.
seem to be coming from different places within the woods itself. So you do seem to be following it quite a bit, but at a certain moment deeper in the woods, you just lose the entirety of the specific track, and the rest just disperses.
Yeah. So I get back to the card, to the slate, and yeah. Lost. The track gets lost. Can't really follow it too good.
You need us for anything?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just too many tracks to really follow it back.
All right, you're the expert on this one. Do we keep going to town?
Yeah, I think we should head back to town.
All right, let's keep going then.
So you go further along the road. At a certain point, you see, now that it's daylight, to the left of you, because you're moving southeast backwards towards the manor, and on the left side of you, you see this big tree with these ropes hanging. And the kids that you've seen before playing around this tree and across the tree with a swing, as they call it, where people used to get hanged and still might do sometimes. You see them poking around in the water around it and under the tree itself at something with sticks and branches.
Can I go check it out?
Let's head there. Yeah. There was this shrine of some sort that I think it pointed towards putting people at rest behind the tree. I want to see what this is because that's not it. Let's go and investigate.
So you just leave this laser behind for a second or two. It's not too far from the road itself, so it's like
Yeah, sure, no problem.
quarter mile to a mile, quarter mile at max, maybe, you know. You reach it and you see them just poking. What's that? What's that? There's something in there. I can't reach it. Ah, damn it. Oh, sorry. That's what Papa says. Yeah, and they seem to be trying to poke at something that's under the branches of the tree itself. In the
What are
I
you children
I
doing?
go there. I push. Hey guys, you should be skipping stone. Move on. Go away. Go
we
away.
found something here, but we just can't reach it.
I told you, skip stones every day.
I'm
We will
gonna
deal with this.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try to grab it or the branch so we can see what it is.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me first.
That's at dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay. You see a little box, maybe? No, it's not a box actually. It seems to be something of leather being just like caught up by some water attached to some root, and it seems to be some root maybe has grown through it somewhere. So it's just a little bit stuck there. With a bit of force, you don't think with your mage hand, but with a bit of force somehow you might be able to pull it out maybe.
Hey, Bark, can you go grab that?
How high is it up in the tree?
The water.
Oh, it's. Can I reach that? Or,
You would have to go like in the water itself.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, sure.
And then I
So
would just.
you enter the water and dig a little bit between the trees, and because your friend has seen where they were, he gets to point you to where to find look. And what you pull out is a pair of gloves. And as you pull them out, well, you think they might have been here a long time because there's like algae growing over it. You can just easily swipe the algae off, and they look in a really pristine, fine condition. Like almost impossible that if even after 2 days of water, this would have been a way terrible condition, more terrible condition than this. Nothing happened to it.
I found fancy cloth!
Nice, Bark.
And I just wave with the gloves and.
You're standing there with like up to your nipples almost in the water, reeving around with this pair of gloves. You know.
Can you bring them here, Bark, so I can take a look at them?
Yeah, sure. And I walk out and hand it over to him.
This is a really, really, really nice pair of gloves.
What fabric are they made of? Leather?
Yes, they are.
Leather gloves. What size? Are
As you try them on, actually, they seem to be adjusting to your hand size.
That was not my tried them.
I'll try them
I just
on.
think I look. You metagamer. Try them on. Go ahead.
Yeah, as you try them on, they seem to be just adjusting to your hand size and fit perfectly.
Do they do anything else?
You don't know.
Try to punch Bark.
No.
They do seem to be
Alright.
like in a dark kind of color with some fine lines on it, and some nice intricate patterns of fine lines on it, and it looks like a little bit of a darker color, like black leather.
Perhaps I should try them on after all.
Should I punch you? Should I punch your shield?
No.
I mean, you can punch
I
me.
was
don't
morphing-
that much.
I mean, they're probably magic, but I could do it to take magic. Actually,
I'll
Well-
just cast Detect Magic.
Detect
Just-
magic, they're definitely magic.
So what kind of magic? Enchantment?
It's enchantment, yes.
I've been told
They
Wizards
are enchanted
can-
gloves of some sort, but you can't say what it is really because you don't have identify.
This
Wait.
actually our first magic item in this campaign.
I
Nope,
think
I have
No,
two
I
swords of
started-
protection.
We started with
we
one each.
started with one, but this
I already found a cloak of protection.
You found a cloak of protection.
At some point,
We
found
found
one
something in the death house,
in
right?
the death house, yes.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
have two
that's
magic
true.
items: the amulet and the cloak.
And you still have that one?
Oh,
So-
and the dagger that
And the
Question.
dagger.
So I shared something, if I'm correct. Did I not?
Okay.
Nope.
Share.
Not
Nope.
yet.
Share.
They're
No.
cursed
There it
gloves. You can never cast magic again, and you can't
Yeah.
take them.
Those are the gloves that you find.
Fancy.
Question.
Oh, those are nice.
Daniel, can you make them bigger on the screen? I can't probably see them. No bigger.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Big.
You had a question.
What is Arl doing? What is his class?
What is
I'm a
what, sorry?
wizard.
I
Me?
thought wizard had the spell identify.
If you
Yeah, if they don't actually start with it, so they have to pick it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
Gotcha.
So they were in a chest, right? Or something like
In a
that.
small
Identify
box.
In a small box.
You can
Um,
you can get
back-
new spells, by the way, as well, right? For your wizard.
Huh?
What did it say?
When you level up, you can add 2 spells to your wizard book.
Yeah, I know. I already picked 2 spells.
but not identify.
Bug, could you get me the box they were in as well?
They weren't in a box.
They weren't in a box.
You
What?
thought they were in a
the-
box
Do
at
clerics
first,
get
but
identify?
they weren't.
It was just the brown leather swimming.
Sorry, I can't hear you because eyes around.
I think they were just it was just the brown leather that assumed
Oh, okay.
that it was in box.
Okay.
Okay, so I probably should have picked identify.
You
It's
can if
too
you
late
want.
now.
You can.
Huh?
You can still if you want for this level up.
Can't you just do this thing where you just hold out your hand and be like, do magic?
Because which spells did you take for your level 4?
Suggestion and hold person.
You could replace one of those with identify if you want to. It's your choice right now still.
Well,
It's
they're
your
bo-
choice.
they're both
If
second
it's
level
your
spells.
character, don't.
Yeah, exactly. Do it for character purposes, not for this specific occasion. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that you had it already.
I'll take
Yeah.
get a long rest.
I'm not gonna pick it. Let's
Sure.
find some other way to identify these.
Fine. When you wear them, though, you do feel like your fingers are a little bit more flexible.
Hmm.
Can't you just? No, you can't. Down and it.
Like
Like stuff is easier to pick up, even if you retrieve something from your pockets. You seem to be retrieving it a little bit with more ease. You can slip in and out a bit more easily.
so I feel a bit more dexterous. Is that what you're saying?
Not dexterous, but your fingers seem to be easier, usable for stuff. It's a little bit
Hands
like
seem more diligent or slight if you.
exactly something like that.
Did you say extradly? Something like that?
No, sorry.
What a DM. Extradly. I love it.
So how do we figure this out, guys?
Figure what out?
someone wear them for a whole day.
No, I think from
Not bad.
metagame perspective, you'll know this after a short rest if you just focus on the item.
Well, I say
It's up to the DM.
Mark doesn't know that, yeah. So I have no idea about magic.
in my opinion, other than you put them on, they're your right now. And so if your hands start doing any weird shit, it's on you.
Okay, let's get going. Come on.
Yeah.
So on this card, you could even like try to spend some more time. I would say this would count as like an hour of Yeah, you're not necessarily on the way. Yeah, you're actually on the way an hour because you're taking a slower pace because you don't know how to handle these slays that yet. After playing around with an hour with these gloves, you don't think that they're somehow bound or attuned to you. You think that might just work for something, you know? Whereas a item that you can attune to, you learn its properties after an hour of handling
I
it and its command words and how to use it. This seems to be not a non-attunable item, so you don't necessarily then know what it does, you know? But as I said, what you do know, you play around with it a bit and even try to slip stuff in and out of other people's pockets, but seems to be going with greater ease than before.
Hey, Verena, these gloves
Should-
seem really nice.
May I
seem
wear
like
'em?
something. They seem like something you might be able to make better use of than me. So, do you want to trade?
Gloves for your sister.
Which sister do you want? You want the middle? I mean, the oldest, middle, or younger? You can pick. 1, 2, 3.
Sold to the highest.
What about the three of them?
If you can handle them, you can have them.
Oh boy.
Well, I wouldn't be able to handle him.
I'll just
He got mage.
And he's got three.
I'll just pass her the gloves.
Oh God.
What are we doing?
Okay,
Bruna,
you gotta try 'em
What are
on.
we doing?
You're gonna try them on. You try them on, and you feel like these would be a perfect fit for you. And even after experimenting with it, like over the last like 15-20 minutes maybe of it, you think that these are perfectly made for your kind of character. Because these are so well suited for you, I would even tell you its name and what properties it has, especially after your friend also spending an hour with it, finding out what it can do. These are gloves of thievery, mechanically, and you also notice after a little bit of playing with them that the gloves itself seem to just turn invisible and just reveal your hand below it.
Oh my God! You guys see that?
Where did the gloves go?
You still have to do your nails though.
And she
Don't
can
be rude.
when she pulls the gloves off, they appear again, and she puts them on again, and they just disappear again.
I think they're broken.
That's awesome.
You get
Did
a
it catch him?
+5 to sleight of hand checks and dexterity checks to pick locks.
Oh.
Awesome.
An extra +5.
So you try to play around a bit with the lock on box chest and stuff, and yeah, it seems to go with greater ease than before.
She's gonna give. Oh, thank you, Art. And she gives him a hug. A nice big hug.
You also approach the Boyar's Manor again, and here stand a few people ready to take over the slaves from you again after what has happened. You end up at the tavern as well, because that's the place that you usually sit around at. Sit at the table to start discussing your next step and your next plans. And here is where we will call it a night.
No.
Wow,
Just really quick.
it's
Who is-
exactly midnight right now.
Yeah. Who's taking the
On the-
tooth actually? Did anyone write
got
the
it.
tooth down? Did you write it
With
down?
what?
Yep.
Wrote what
Perfect.
now?
Okay.
Okay, we can sort all that stuff out
The
some
tooth.
other time and off stream.
Yeah.
For now, I think it's best for us to just say what we have to say. So, guys, just a little bit of a round table. If there's somewhere else we can find you, let us know. If there's not, let us know as well. And tell us about your favorite moment of the night. And also tell me who you think deserves to get an inspiration for tonight. And why. So, let's go the other way this time. So, starting with Renee.
What do you want me to do?
Tell me who you are, where to find you, your favorite moment of the night, and who you think should deserve an inspiration and why.
Renee, you find me in Denmark.
What? What? Did you even hear what he said?
Where to find me?
Oh,
Means
okay.
like
sorry.
Twitter and
Yeah, on
wherever.
Twitter at Exilium.
You're cutting out.
Wait, the best thing from tonight?
Or worst, if you want.
The worst thing was that I got dragged along and dead.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, and who do
Also
you
probably the funniest.
who do you think deserves an inspiration and why?
Who deserves the inspiration? I think that all of them should get the inspiration. Under stuff on the cards.
You're cutting out again.
Now, that was a nice way he used magic. In a whole new way, he actually used his abilities.
A whole new way.
Okay. Oscar.
My favorite part of tonight was the part where Verena told us about his sisters. Not everything that followed, but the part where we got to know a bit about a character backstory. She has 3 sisters. She mentioned her mother.
That's
No
like the
father,
most you
though.
know about her so far, right?
And a
Yeah,
grandmother.
yeah, and
Not
and
to
and
forget
I
the
really
grandmother.
get to know the other characters. I mean, this is getting into the other characters
All right.
and their backstories, and I like that. So that was actually my favorite part of tonight.
Okay.
I would like to give the if I were to give the inspiration to any part of the session, that would be to Bach for the one point where he would be the cleverest in the party, thinking about let's track the fucking beast, and he attempted to do so, unfortunately unsuccessfully, but that is one part where Bach would be the expert, and he tried to be that as well.
He jumped. You found him for what he's worth, basically. You know what you. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah. Well.
I get you.
I mean, it's for Hendrik playing Bach an expert at what an
Yeah.
expert at, apart from smashing things. No?
Okay. Daniel.
I like blowing stuff up on the card.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
Okay. I imagine that the thunder wave was really awesome, right?
Yeah, that was nice. Best inspiration. I think Hector deserved the for just all around carrying a lot of the role playing load of the group.
Okay. Daniel.
My favorite part was being able to make that jump.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna fail.
You could have.
I know I could have, but for the inspiration, I'd say Arlen again too, because I didn't know he could do that ability and control his spells. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, we just shielded
Pretty
by the
fucking
events that
badass.
are around you. Yeah. Okay.
I actually did it one more time in this earlier, and none of you guys remember, but I actually did it one more time earlier.
I remember the time.
Don't
you
ruin
knocked us
your
in the
moment.
basement.
But
Hendrik.
this time it was even better.
I would say the best moment of the night for me was when the wolf word jumped at me out of nowhere, and because I rolled so badly, there was first I was thinking, oh fuck, he's gonna turn me into a wolf word now too, and second oh fuck, I'm gonna fall off the card without my axe and anything, and it's super rare because if you're a DM, you can create those moments all the time. But since I'm I have only this campaign where I'm a player, so I experienced this very, very little to be like this in this panic moment as a player, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
Okay.
And I don't know if it comes to inspiration. I think it's pretty different, but I think it was Daniel, like you say, Daniel, with the first idea of fire using on the chase, right? And
And then
yeah, maybe for that, I don't know. It's like there were so many great ideas and great things happening this session, but
I agree. It was a terrific session, great fun, and I'm gonna give the inspiration to Aladdin for tonight.
Yes.
May I add one? Apart from it being great DMing, I would like to shout out to whoever wrote whatever is it called, the Beast of Granskov, the supplement. Yeah, I mean I love
Get
it. I
it.
think
It's
such
up
a
on the
great
DMs
adventure.
Guild. It costs you a few bucks, but it's one of the most amazing additions you could add to Strahd ever. I would even
I
say that it might be a better introduction than Death House, just purely for the idea of how you enter Barovia and the
Yeah.
entire thought of it.
I am definitely gonna run this with my old play when I'm done playing it.
It's called The
If
Beast
not,
of Granskov
yeah, I mean, love it.
by Aaron Quickleaf Infante Levy on the DMs Guild. Short little shout out.
It's awesome.
So yeah, everybody else, be sure to tune in tomorrow when we have Renee. Renee, tell us a little bit about tomorrow, so I don't have to.
Well, tomorrow we're gonna.
You're cutting out again.
Tomorrow we are going to the year of 1490 DR in the go away in the Forgotten Realms, where we will have a group of adventurers that will see what's going on currently in Neverwinter, and maybe they will find some caves that waves. Ooh.
Certainly
But that will be
mysterious.
tomorrow at 7 p.m. UTC. And Ken and Daniel, American Daniel, will be joining me as actually almost a team already, those two. So be sure to tune in. It's going to be fun. We're going to have shapeshifters, all stuff.
Yeah, and then Sunday we have our next installment of Tomb of Annihilation. Monday, Princess of the Apocalypse. And on Tuesday, Dungeons and Dragons Online. So be sure to tune in for those games, get XP, and interact with the party, and just have fun. So once again, thanks to my players for being here. Thanks for the viewers for being here. And until next time, name your own fate.
Bye-bye!